Welcome back to Monday Madness here at Kingdom of Nerds. We are back. We are mad, and we are going to talk about some news, rumors, and why there's so many characters in Superman. Tonight, I'm joined by Blue Jay, as always, Degrassi, and newcomer Matt, Heroes for Hire Comic Club. What's going on, guys?
Well, I'm doing all right. I've been busy. I've been pretty busy, and I'm currently in a move right now. So
Nice.
I'm not a big move. Just moving somewhere just around my city and all that. But I am back. I got a brand new logo and everything for 2025. Every year I like to change logos and stuff for every year. So yeah, 2025 logo. Yeah, there you go.
And the queen of the kingdom has arrived. Mama Bear, what's going on?
Hello,
Got the mic
boys.
working?
Yes, I finally got my mic working. I don't know why it suddenly stopped working because it was doing just fine yesterday.
Oh, well, I told you what happened last week with my camera, right? I was recording a video. I was gonna do a reaction to Daredevil, and it just stopped working.
Oh,
yeah. So I went on Amazon, bought the same exact model, and switched it out. Put it to one that was broken, send it back. So,
Oh no!
Don't do that at home. That's not recommended. Let's see who we got. We got Austin Powers. What's going on? Get ready and waiting for a good show. How are you guys? How are you fellas? And making his triumphant return to Monday Madness after getting engaged to the most lovely woman in the world, DL. What's going on, buddy?
Guess who's back? Back again.
DL's back. Tell a
And
friend.
LeBeau. Bluebeard rule. Thank you.
Oh,
Thank
okay.
you.
Look at your background a little bit. Got a little crib going on. Okay.
Yeah.
What's going on back there?
I'm at the new crib. It's still work in progress. Got to get some more Funkos and stuff to display there, but this is what we started with.
DL house tour when?
We got Commander Cody. Hey, hi, Bruce. Left over Zaggy. Happy National Cold Day. It's only -2 here, so we're fine, maybe. What's up?
It's 6 degrees out. Oh, 5 degrees. Good God, it's freaking ice age out here.
we're in a tropical paradox here in Kentucky.
It's like
-10 degrees
here.
And we have the bad boy of YouTube.
Hey, Ashley.
The loudmouth of the South. Everyone loves to hate him. Has arrived. Chris.
I'm from the Midwest, not the South.
South, Midwest, same shit.
And everybody does love to hate me. I love it.
It's all south of New York.
Look at all these people. That's the problem with New Yorkers, man. They don't think anything exists west of the Hudson.
West of the Hudson's Jersey. That's what we need.
Look at all these people. Look at everybody. What you guys doing?
Pretty good.
Doing all right.
What's up, Chris?
What's up, guys? It's -5 here and snowing. How the hell can it snow when it's that cold? I don't get it.
That's exactly why it snows, because it's really cold.
Yeah, but I thought that once it hits a certain temperature, it can't snow. It's too cold to snow. I don't know.
I don't know where I learned that from science class.
That is actually true. It actually needs to be in a certain degree range for it actually to snow. You know, the temperature where it is currently where my sister is. I'm grateful I don't live there. And yeah, that it's not snow temperature.
What's your dew point, Chris?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't look.
Yeah, that would be why. It's never too cold to snow. It just depends on how much moisture's in the air.
Yeah, humidity. There's probably some. I walked the dog when I first woke up, and took a nap. I woke up, walked the dog. Sky was clear. Went back out to go across the street real quick, and it was that kind of snow where the wind is like blowing everything around, and it's real wet and icy. It sucked.
Yeah.
Well, since I'll say since Christmas Eve, there has been a total of 10 minutes of sunshine till now up here in upstate New York. I haven't seen the sun for more than 10 minutes. It's ridiculous.
That's New York.
No, last year was fine. Temperature was like 40, 50 around this time. It was great. In Wombat.
I feel like I could lay out in the sun where I'm at compared with you guys. If it's 10 degrees here, I might as well go out and go swimming.
Oh man, get the swimming trunks, get the towels, get all that, man.
I'm ready.
It's currently 11 in West Nashville.
Wow.
Yeah, it is 7 degrees here in Michigan, and it's about to be -8 tomorrow.
Yeah, we got some real bad cold coming too. I used to love the winter. Now I hate it.
Oh, the older you grow, Chris, I'm telling you.
Yeah, that's what it is, man. I used to.
Why do you think all old people flock to Florida?
Yeah.
Did everybody? We haven't talked. So has everyone watched the Daredevil trailer and thoughts on it?
Amazing.
Yes, it
Wow, that was
looks.
great.
I'm hyped. I'm pumped, man. I'm so hyped.
It looked really, really good. Now I've said this before about shows that look like it's closer to the Netflix stuff. That's what I said about Echo. But yeah, but like this looks like it is leading back to what we liked about the Netflix shows. I like the tone. I like the interactions with Kingpin and Matt, John Berthal, all that stuff. Everything looks good. So hopefully they will stick the landing with the show.
When they pulled back and showed all his different masks. And when they showed Frank's back, baby, the Punisher, baby. I'm so hyped. Oh my God.
So good.
It used to be the nostalgia social scientists and pop culture pundits said it was 20 years. The cycle for nostalgia was 20 years. Every 20 years, I think we've got it down to 5 or 10 now. Because that's all that Daredevil trailer reeked of to me was just, hey, look at this. When you were,
Yeah, that's where I said
forced.
that's what I said. I can't fall for it yet. We can't fall for it. We got to see the context of the show. But
what'd you think about it, Matt?
Oh, I was amazed by it. I liked it. I like the vibe. I like the little scene where they show the clips of them in the diner. Interaction between him and I'm telling you what, Vincent D'Onofrio is Kingpin in my opinion at this point. He is the only person I could imagine being Kingpin. I couldn't imagine. He's kind of like. To me, he's almost moved into like that Hugh Jackman level where you're like, I can't really see anybody else as Wolverine. Like if they lose him, I don't know what they would do.
Yeah, you shouldn't have to for a while.
No.
I wouldn't worry
and
about it.
Bernthal as the Punisher? Yes, please. That's all I say. Sure. And then I'm hoping, beyond hope, that Luke Cage will be in this movie, in this series. But
cross your fingers for that.
Yeah, I don't think it's going to happen, but
I don't know if this ends up being good. Maybe they'll try to slowly bring back Defenders at some point. Take their time with it, obviously, but
yeah, you don't want
to rush into it.
We are finally getting White Tiger, Hector Ayla in live action.
Yep.
If I were an actor in Hollywood today, there's no way I would take a Marvel role that's based on a large cat.
I mean, Black Panther.
Well,
I mean, I heard a rumor.
White Tiger.
I heard a rumor, and I know it's true because I made it up. I heard a rumor going around, and I know it's true because I'm the one that made it up, that Spider-Man's going to be in Daredevil.
No, I doubt that.
I seen a picture of there's a picture of Superman stopping a train going around from the movie, and somebody superimposed Spider-Man on top of the train. I'm like, oh, Spider-Man's going to be in Superman movie, yay!
Spider-Man's going to be in DC universe, huh?
Is it that one that dropped earlier in summer last year? The train, I think that might be an AI fake.
Or there are rumors that Daredevil could show up in the new Spider-Man 4, blah, blah, blah. And Kingpin's going to be the main villain in that, too. Yeah.
Stop.
YouTube is infected with those fake trailers. They're everywhere.
They always have been, but now that AI's been unleashed, it's just
easier.
Yeah, I mean they're all bad, but you know.
You can tell after about the first few seconds. You're like,
oh yeah, it's
this ain't
yeah,
real. This is not real. Or they'll like edit footage from another movie.
Exactly. That's how I always know right away when you
Yeah.
see stock footage from another movie, and it's like, oh man, how thirsty are
just
you?
like when they took TikTok, when TikTok went down because they chose to take it down, we found out all these people on TikTok are doing fake videos. It's not real.
Well, I'm like watching like this guy on Facebook. He's like, here's footage of a UFO rising up out of the ocean. And it's like, no, it's a capsized boat, you jackass. It's the bottom of a boat with the lights that you are shining on it reflecting back into your camera.
I like the drone. I like the drone thing. Everybody freaked out about. Like, everybody has a freaking drone, right?
Well, not just that, if they're aliens, where did they were running FAA regulated lights?
Well, I'll cop to it. A couple of those drones in Jersey were actually mine.
How considerate of them to use? How considerate of the extraterrestrials use like FAA approved lights?
Yeah, how considerate of a foreign adversary using them and making sure that they have all of the required lighting.
we don't know that they'd be adversaries.
They'd probably like us.
I'm talking about
guaranteed they
I'm
like us.
talking about like Russia or China or any of our perceived enemies in the world.
Yeah.
Why would they run FAA lighting as well?
Well, I just say the Spider-Man stuff on just because I'm just kind of
making my answer for everything this year will be multiverse.
It would be cool if he was in it.
Yeah. No, I say guaranteed aliens like us. We're probably the best collection of reality shows in the universe.
Oh no, we are just
we gave
one
Snooki,
show.
damn it, Snooki.
We're one show,
Snooki.
and it's called the Jerry Springer Show. Earth is the galaxy's Jerry Springer Show.
I could believe that.
Can you imagine the aliens just waiting around for Maury to open the envelope to find out if that chick if it really is the daddy or not? Like, you are not the father.
You remember Joe Dante's Explorers at the third act of Joe Dante's Explorers? The kids land on the alien mothership, and they're hanging out with the alien teenagers, and then the dad busts them, and he comes in and he's like,
That's
The
such an
aliens were
old
watching
movie.
the news today, and they're like, "Man, season 60 of Earth is going to be wild."
Season 60.
Yeah. Look, the Americans voted in the Oompa Loompa again. Oh God, not a rerun. Hey, switch over to Australia. Let's see what's trying to kill somebody this time.
Me.
Spider kills man in bed. Koala eats face.
It's just good to know that it's just good to know that we can storm our capital and it's not a felony.
So who's gonna?
Let's get into some rumors, news, and other crap that people are talking about. Besides what happened today, we're gonna start off with the box office. Number one of them days, 11.6. Mufasa, 11.5. Wolfman, 10.5. Sonic 3, 8.6. Den of Thieves, Pantera, 6.6. Moana 2, 6. Nosferatu, 4.3. A Complete Unknown, 3.7. Wicked, 3.5. Baby Girl, 2.0. And congrats to Mufasa for crossing, 600 million?
Mm-hmm.
And congrats to Moana 2 for hitting $1 billion. Whoa,
Nice.
that coming.
Yeah, we all saw that coming.
Yeah.
Am I reading this correctly? One of them days is number one.
Right?
And the budget was 14
Go Kiki.
million.
Go Kiki.
Deservedly so. I reckon everybody see that movie.
I don't really
Everybody
care.
see that movie.
I mean, honestly, no, you go ahead, Degrassi.
How many of these movies are fucking cartoons? Go see one of them days.
I heard good things about one of the days.
so
Also,
I
I actually wanted to see it, so we might have to go out and go see that.
And I like Kiki.
Dude,
Kiki's
trailer
great in
was
just about
cool.
everything. So,
The trailer
We're
is
not going to have 6 grown men argue about who should be the fairy tale princess in Tangled, okay?
Oh
Why
my,
not?
Oh my God! You talking about
I'm
that
still
one
in there,
streak
damn
from
it.
yesterday? Good
We're not gonna
God.
argue about it.
Hold on. You talking about that one streak from yesterday? Oh my God!
Was it yesterday or the day before?
Yesterday. That was.
That's why I called Max up. I'm like, what's with your short bus streams you've been doing?
Oh God.
I'm not gonna go. I don't want to go that
Oh,
far, but
God.
they have been
Why?
making my head hurt. Like Max is like he's breaking his arm reaching. Like he will
Max.
throw he'll dislocate his shoulder reaching. Man, it's so bad. But
You know,
he has fun with it, man. You know, I'm
But
okay
like,
with it.
you know, like I like Max, but like he gets to the point where I would criticize. I was talking about the How to Train Your Dragon. They were talking about the How to Train Your Dragon remake, and I was just kind of criticizing it. And then Max does this thing where he's like, you know, well, you don't have to watch it. Like giving criticism. Like, come on now, I'm giving criticism.
Wait. He said that. Max said that. Max said, you know, you don't have to watch. Those
it.
words came out of his mouth.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good to know.
Wasn't my influence.
Sorry,
Like,
sorry. I don't. You just have to bring that up. I mean, I like Max, but whenever he says stuff like that, I'm just like, bro.
There's been plenty of videos he's been doing over the past few weeks that I really just wanted to come on there and be like, "Are you freaking serious right now? Like, what? Why? Where are these takes coming from, dude? Yeah. Where are they coming from? Love you, Max, but like, what are we doing here?"
I love him too, but I've just been like, Max, what are you doing? He's been on Muschietti watch for a month.
Just like oh man, he's just waiting. He's just waiting for Muschietti to be like out the door.
We're doing a power hour Muschietti. I started it.
Yeah, you know, Andy Muschietti's not the next Ryan Johnson, no matter how hard he tries.
Have you seen crazy mad debates between Max and Joe? Those are funny.
Yes, I did. I saw that one. Which one was it? Was that the one they were talking about?
They were talking about Muschietti and the 90-day theatrical window. Those are fun.
Right. Yeah.
I've seen 5 of these movies. Right. But guess which 5 I haven't seen?
I would definitely say Moana. You haven't seen?
Nope, have not.
Mufasa. You haven't seen? A Complete Unknown, Wicked, or Baby Girl?
I've seen One of Them Days, Wolfman, Nosferatu, A Complete Unknown, and Baby Girl. I have not seen Mufasa, Sonic, Den of Thieves, Moana, or Wicked.
No mainstream stuff. No mainstream.
I don't know about that Den of. I don't know. That first Den of Thieves was pretty rad. It was pretty good.
No mainstream stuff. Shit.
I haven't seen any of them.
Studio picture.
Yeah,
not mainstream.
I mean, I would say like
I'm genuinely surprised to hear that you haven't seen Wicked. I could legit picture you running around singing "Popular." I'm going to be.
I love that, like the Wizard of Oz and like L. Frank Baum. I lived across a street from the cemetery where his niece that he based Dorothy on was buried.
Bruce had that song stuck in my head for a week. I was talking to him on Twitter. You did, and you kept singing "Popular." I want to be. I'm like, would you please shut up, dude? I'm not watching it.
I don't like my music. I like my musicals with alien transvestites. Does Wicked have alien transvestites?
Oh, what kind of musicals are you watching?
Kind of.
You've never seen Rocky Horror Picture Show?
Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No, I've never seen it actually.
You're lost.
We have to take him to a theater with it and tell him that it's his first time.
Yeah,
I've never seen it.
It's like I'm a theater kid too, and I've never seen it. All my friends are disappointed in me. Just like Wicked. The Wicked movie was my first exposure to Wicked too. I've never seen the Broadway show either.
And I should too. I like all the people in it.
I've seen any of the movies on the list.
Yeah. And I'm not shitting on any of those movies. They're just not in my wheelhouse. You know, I mean, they would have been at one time. You know.
The only one I saw on that list is Nosferatu. I haven't seen any other movie on that.
I want to see Nosferatu and I want to see The Wolfman. I love me my Universal monsters.
I'm actually impressed by One of Them Days. Like I was thinking Wolfman was going to be number 1 because it's the same director as The Invisible Man.
I don't know about that because it's like
Wolfman didn't bite. That's my gene.
But you know, One of Them Days, you know, it's a studio comedy. You don't see those nowadays, especially in theaters.
Especially not with 2 women. You don't see when's the last time we saw like
Girls Trip?
Especially Keke Palmer.
Yeah.
Keke Palmer and SZA too.
I can't remember last time we saw a movie where 2 girls are, you know.
Wolfman is.
It's it's the feel good movie of the year. I mean, I can't really think of any like that sounds so trite, but it's true.
Well, we're only 20 days into the new year, so it's still
Yeah, but I don't know
movie.
how anything. I don't know how anything is like.
Point.
I don't know how anything is this kind of like light and real and just. I don't know. It's just like I haven't had that much fun watching a movie in a long time, man.
Mhm.
You know, and I don't relate to any of that shit. You know, I don't relate to the kind of lives they lead. You know, in this movie, I don't have an in. You know, 2 pretty black women. That's my in. But other than that, I didn't. But it's just a good movie, man. You don't. It was every time my partner says something like he'll nudge me watching a movie and be like, man, this isn't one of the kind of movies they don't make anymore. I'm like, you're watching one, man. What do you mean they don't make them anymore?
Do you know how dumb I am? I'm going to admit to it right now. When I first saw the trailer, because I know who Kiki is, but I don't know who SZA is. I don't know who she is. Okay. But I thought when I was watching the trailer, I was like, is that the girl from that interview that kept saying, I'm not a musician? I'm not a musician. But you guys ever seen that interview where that black girl's going, so let me get what a magician, what I do magic or some shit like that. You guys have never seen that interview?
Oh yeah,
I thought it was that girl.
Bobby Altanoff or whatever her name is.
Yeah, and I'm just like, what? I thought that was SZA. That's how bad I
Bro, did somebody say 2 pretty black women? I'm in. Hey, Lisa Noble, Full House.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie.
I will say about.
I can't hate on you for it.
That's why I saw Craven. I mean, never mind.
Oh, why even waste your time with that piece of crap? But,
Aaron Taylor.
I mean, Aaron Taylor did the best with the crap that he was given.
Yeah.
But I will say, part of me was really hoping that Sonic would make more money than Mufasa. But I even said from the beginning that don't sleep on Mufasa. I know a lot of people didn't like the remake of 2019, but that movie made $1 billion, and also it's The Lion King. So they were going to take families to see this. So I'm not surprised it made $600 million.
All the light touches belong to you.
I don't just want to hear Aaron Pierre. I want to see him.
Well, you will in Lanterns.
Oh, you're gonna see him. You're gonna see a whole lot of him.
I loved him in that movie. That movie was so good. The one with Don Johnson.
That's something that makes me
I'm
happy.
calling it now. Full frontal in Lanterns.
You know, those leaks are
why do we need it? Why do we need it?
Like 50-50. It's like somebody put the real leaks into Chat GPT and shat out whatever they're leaking.
What was his Netflix movie?
Rebel Ridge.
So good, man. I mean, he goes full Batman at the end of that movie. He goes full Batman. Smoke bombs, and he doesn't kill anybody. He just messes them up. He refuses to kill anybody because he respects human. It's so good. That's such a different movie.
That's why he's Jon Stewart.
I'm happy he's going to be Jon Stewart. I am.
These Lanterns.
Let's get away from the box office and moving into some rumors.
Spider-Man's going to be in Daredevil.
Oh God, here we go.
Florence Pugh was reportedly being eyed for the role of Rapunzel in Disney live action.
Oh, so
I thought it was Sabrina Carpenter.
Oh my dude, Max has no idea what he's talking about.
So Max and RJ were just having this duking it out argument, talking about like Sabrina Carpenter's gonna be Max like Sabrina Carpenter's gonna be Rapunzel, and then RJ's like, I think she's not really an actress. Well, I see Florence Pugh. I was like, I don't even give a shit about this Tango remake in the first place. This is another shitty remake.
Yeah, I don't care about it either.
During that stream, and someone was like, "Oh, are you watching Max's Guna stream?" I'm like, "What?"
Yes.
So
I'm surprised RJ isn't trying to tell everybody it's going to be Jenna Ortega. You know,
I didn't know who Sabrina Carpenter was until this Christmas special she had on Netflix.
Yeah, I don't know. She's a singer. She
never heard
of
Disney
kid or something. I don't know who she is.
Something like that. Never, but I know who Flossie P is. I'll see anything Flossie P's in. Sign me up for Tangled. Everything I just said earlier, forget it.
No, I just have one. I just have one. I just
I
have
love
one
Florence.
question though. I have one little
He
question.
just loves women.
Because obviously, yes, Florence Pugh is by a country mile the better actress than Sabrina Carpenter.
I can't think of one bad movie
But-
she's ever been in.
Like
Yeah.
even in movies that even in movies that aren't that good, she's still great in it.
Yeah, she steals every scene. Every
But
scene.
can she sing?
Oh, that's the problem, man. Can she sing?
Wait, hold on. No, she sung before, but I want to see what movie she sung.
There was a
Dis-
smaller
Disney,
movie she was in
Disney's
with
gotten
Morgan
around the
Freeman.
whole, not being able to sing thing before.
No, they haven't. No, they have not. They tried.
Go
Well,
ahead,
wait,
Matt.
wait, didn't-
Matt, hold on, Matt. What were you saying?
I said she was also good in this movie. I can't remember the name of it, but I watched, and she was in it with Morgan Freeman. I think I can't remember the name of it, but it was a really good movie.
Morgan
Good
Freeman and
Person?
Florence Pugh?
Yeah,
Huh. Probably haven't seen that one.
it
Hold
was
on,
directed
I-
by Zach Braff.
I
You
looked
realize that wasn't Robin Williams singing in Aladdin, right?
Yeah, and it wasn't that girl in The Greatest Showman. That
So
wasn't
please
her
tell
singing.
me-
It was some other girl.
So please tell me what went wrong with Emma Watson and Will Smith. Please tell me what happened.
Here we go. The name of that movie you're talking about, Matt, is called A Good Person.
Yeah, I was about to
Yeah,
say
that's
it.
it.
Yeah.
Well, for starters, what went wrong with Emma Watson was the dolls. Did you see them? The Belle dolls looked more like Justin Bieber than they did Emma Watson.
So that's part of the
Doesn't
problem.
Florence Pugh have an album out?
Emma
Yo,
Watson?
if she
A lot
does,
of
I'm
YouTube
gonna.
videos when she was younger, playing guitar and singing.
Because she can sing. I believe she's had classical vocal training.
So what happened in Beauty and the Beast? Please tell me what happened.
No, I'm talking about Flossie P here, not
Oh,
not,
Flossie P. Oh,
not
okay.
Harry Potter's girlfriend or whatever her name was.
Don't get the Potterheads upset.
She wasn't
Yeah.
the one that they
I'm
I'm
dated.
still
saying-
upset
yeah,
that
no.
he didn't get together with Hermione. All right, I'm still upset.
Me too.
She went
Me
for the
too.
ginger.
That's my pop culture blind spot, and I'm happy to not see.
Sydney Sweeney should be Rapunzel.
Oh, stop.
Sydney
No,
Sweetie.
No,
get
no, no,
outta
no,
here.
no, no. You say whatever you want to say. Blue Jay. That's right.
No.
Maybe Sydney should be. No,
No.
you leave him alone. He can say whatever he wants.
I don't
I'm
think
okay
she'll
with
be able to
that.
get out the window. Let me stop.
I'm okay with that.
Oh my
Well,
god.
is that what Tangled? Is that what Tangled is? Rapunzel?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
First of all, I don't. Okay, I'll be saying this right now. So I said this on Max's stream. I don't really give a shit about this Tangled movie because it's another live action film.
Yep.
And it's yet another one of those, and they're going for the more recent movies. And then
This movie's only 14 years old.
it's 14 going on 15 at this point. Max was like, well, if it makes money, who cares? I'm like, bro,
That's
I was
they
just
got.
like-
That's true. They keep giving it money to this crap. I'm telling you,
Of
Lilo and
course,
Stitch, Moana, not Snow White. They are going to make $1 billion.
yeah, but I feel like Max is kind of just like glazing these studios right now. So I'm just saying,
No, the people going to see these movies are glazing these films. That's what's
I
happening.
barely see any of these movies, anyways.
I mean, the
'cause-
fact that we're even sitting here talking
Who
about
gave,
it, regardless
who gave
of our opinion, is
Mufasa
lazy.
600 million? Who gave Lion King 2019 $1 billion? Who gave Aladdin remake $1 billion?
Somebody's
You can't
watching
put
these
that all on
movies.
Max.
I still
Somebody-
think they're just laundering money right in front of us. We don't know it.
Well, I mean, you just nailed it, man. I mean, that's exactly what it is. But I mean, it's that a nostalgia window, that window that a
Ugh.
property has before the kids who loved it grow up and have disposable income and kids of their own.
Yep.
That's how this works now, right?
And I'm telling you, when How to Train Your Dragon comes out and it makes a lot of money, we're going to
Make a
get
lot of
live action DreamWorks films. We're going to get more live action DreamWorks films. You think
hold
just
on,
because they're
hold
making
on
it?
one second. Thank you, Lisa, becoming a member of the channel and gifting one membership to who did she gift the membership to? To Steve and Spock.
Nice.
Isn't 5 Shrek going to be partially live action? Aren't they pulling a Barbie with Shrek 5?
Oh no, that's going to be a regular sequel to the other ones. But if you don't think they're still going to make a live action Shrek after Shrek 5, you are capping, sir.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's a Shrek sequel. It's 5. It's a 5 instead of an S. But Shrek and like the fairy tale land starts to bleed into the real world.
Don't give me any ideas.
So it's gonna be like
not my
Sonic.
idea. That's what I've been told it
Like a
is.
Shrek Sonic movie.
Oh please.
No.
My idea for the Shrek sequel.
We'll probably get now.
Let me speak to the audience real quick. Do you really want a live action Boss Baby? I want you to really think about where you decide to give your money to.
No.
I think we need a live action.
We
Boss
don't
Baby
need a
better.
live action Boss Baby. That's going to be horrifying, and you know it.
That's what all this shit is. That's what all this shit is to me. It's all one great big giant Boss Baby.
Oh,
can
Honey, I blew up the Boss Baby.
Live action DuckTales right around the corner, probably next year. Just wait. Mark my words.
Who did that? Who did that? Who did that? I heard that in the who did that in the background? That was funny shit. That was funny shit. That's the first thing that popped in my head when he said DuckTales. I thought, ooh.
I do
And Launchpad McQuack. I used to love Launchpad.
As long as Conor McGregor plays Scrooge McDuck.
Oh, please. No.
Look, you see, for the live action DuckTales, they're gonna take the prototype, the base of Howard the Duck image.
You mean the MCU Howard the Duck, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
No, I rather have the original version.
How about no?
They're all gonna look like Howard the Duck.
Oh my
All right,
God.
enough live action talk for rumors. Let's move on to the next rumor. Hugh Jackman reportedly extended his 10-year MCU Wolverine with a 10-year commitment that includes a new trilogy.
Till you're
I'm sick.
90.
I'm
Till
sick of
you're,
this.
till
We
you're
saw this
90.
coming.
I'm sick of this.
Marsden
We're going to lock him up
is
until he's 80 years old.
Marsden
He'll be
is in.
playing Wolverine.
Marsden
We're
is
gonna
in.
get the Logan Returns, the Journey of Logan, and Logan's final stretch. Those are gonna be the trilogy movies.
They're going to retroactively retrofit everything Bryan Singer ever did and put it in the MCU.
And then in 8 years, it'll be Logan enters Shady Pines retirement home. That'll be the movie.
Logan moves to Florida.
James Marsden is in, and Halle Berry is almost there.
Please no.
He'll move in with B. Arthur and
I mean,
Betty White, and then
I'll watch it.
CGI.
I'm sorry, I've been watching this guy since
Bring back
2000.
the Arthur and
I'll watch him be.
White.
As long as he's still shredded and he can still act, I don't care what the haters say. That's what everybody does. They sit on their big thrones and they tell Hollywood how they would have made
Throne's
the
not
movie.
that big.
Here's what you
This
should
point,
do.
we ain't gonna be watching the X-Men. We're gonna be watching the AARP men. Like this
Well,
is
but he's not that old, bro. He's not that old. That's what I mean. Like to be serious for a
dude.
second.
He's pushing 60.
There is a shocking,
Get
and he's still in better shape than any of us.
Stop giving them
You know what I
excuses.
mean?
Stop
No,
giving
it's
them
not.
excuses.
It's not excuses. I just don't like ageism. Ageism bothers me. Like on a real
It's
note,
got to a
ageism
point where
bothers
even
me. It
he
bothers me.
said that it's
I do it
hard
every
for him
day.
to keep up his physique. Why do you keep pushing this man
Because
to play this?
he's Wolverine, man. He's Wolverine.
He needs to be
I
recast.
don't have
I'm
it.
sorry.
I don't have.
I mean,
it
eventually
in the
you're
game.
gonna
I don't
have to-
care. It's just good business.
Eventually, they're gonna have to come up with a younger Wolverine, though.
We
It's
have-
gonna have to happen.
We have 27 different Batman, but y'all can't let go of Wolverine. What's
Yeah, but
wrong
you know
with
what
y'all?
but you know what I hear? Yeah, but you know what I hear, Dial? I don't hear anybody bitching about Wolverine, and all you ever hear is people bitching about Batman. They never shut up about
until
Batman.
they see the movie and then they shut
So
up.
maybe that's where the
Yeah.
problem is. Maybe that's where the problem
He's
is.
not my Batman. Oh, that
Remember
was a
when-
great Batman.
Remember
movie.
when people
Twilight
loved
Boy?
Christian Bale?
Twilight Boy?
Remember when people loved Christian Bale? Now they talk shit about him. Like he was the greatest Batman of all time. Then Batfleck, ooh, Snyder, let me jerk off on my fucking pudding real quick.
Oh, Twilight
Like, everybody-
Boy? Twilight Boy?
Everybody,
eating
yeah,
Christmas
and
pudding.
everybody keeps doing that. And you know what I think? I think all the Batman, with the exception of one, have been good. I just didn't like Clooney.
who
I
is
didn't like Clooney's Batman.
I didn't like Val Kilmer. I didn't like
Clooney didn't like Clooney's
Pretty bad,
Batman.
too, and I love Val
Any
Kilmer.
Oh, I loved Val Kilmer. I loved Val as
I
Batman.
didn't like
yeah.
the movie though. But
I
Yeah, the
like
anybody
Val.
can play Batman.
I thought Val was
Yeah.
solid. Yeah.
well,
Anybody can
I
play
probably had some people
Batman.
get mad at me for
It's,
this one, but I
Bruce
thought Ben
Wayne.
Affleck wasn't a bad Batman.
But a trilogy, Bruce, I don't know, man. He is getting. I could see one more Wolverine movie or some cameos, Old Man Logan. But that's why I don't know why people are bitching, man. Everybody bitches about what they want, and then when they get what they want, they bitch about it not being the way they wanted it. And then when they finally get it the way they want it, they bitch that the actors are too old, or they should have used this person, or Now a trilogy, no. You know how long it takes to make a trilogy? He'll be 90 years. He will be 90 years old. Like his
Are you backtracking now? Are you backtracking now?
No. I'm saying they should use him as long as he looks good and can still act. But he can't. You can't do a trilogy. I'm saying one more movie wouldn't hurt.
So where's the limit? Where's the limit? Like where
when you what the limit is? The limit is if you start making bad movies. And you can't act anymore, and you can't keep up your physique to look like Wolverine. That's the limit.
So you want him to be walking around in a cane in order for us to say, okay, that's enough.
But that's what I'm saying. You're being hyperbolic. How's he walking around in a cane? I just told you he's still shredded. This man is shredded.
And did you not hear him say it's getting harder and harder for him to keep that physique?
Okay, but
it's taking a toll on his body. It's
okay. So the limit is okay. So the limit will be
they
when
just
he
motion
says,
capture him
when he can't do it anymore.
Mark Hamill in Mandalorian.
Yes.
Wait, what about Mandalorian?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how old these actors get anymore. They'll stay in these roles until they die.
I mean, if it's a steady paycheck, you know.
Yeah, it's like the deal that James Earl Jones got for his voice, right? It's not going anywhere.
Got out of here by Secret Wars. I'm freaking done. I can't do this.
I just don't think you should automatically dismiss somebody because of their age, man. If they're in good shape and they can hack it,
especially now when you can just throw some Da Vinci Resolve on them and make them look 30 years younger.
Actually, we just did that in the presidential election. We threw a guy away because he was old and couldn't remember a damn thing.
Because he was borderline. You know what? I'm not even but it's not even just because Hugh Jackman I think is getting up there in age. It's the fact that he is always being tied to this same crappy ass, stupid ass Fox X-Men universe, and I just want to move on. I want new versions of the X-Men in live action. I am so tired. I have been dealing with this for 25 years, going on 25 years now.
Like
okay,
10 hours
I got a question. I got a question then. I got a serious question then. Hold on, I got a real question. What's everybody's favorite? What's everybody's anymore? Wow, man, you're kind of full of shit, bro. To be honest, like you really kind of are, bro. What's everybody's favorite version of his Wolverine? Oh, was it Logan, where he played an old man? That's everyone's favorite version of Wolverine is Logan, and he was an old fucking man in it.
I like the Wolverine movie one.
I actually liked him in X2.
No, I'm saying, but what was everybody's favorite?
X2.
What's the one that gets the most praise, the most critical acclaim, the one people never shut up about was Logan. Logan was the big one. And he played an old man in that.
Hold on, I'm gonna take a question from the chat from Figure Drawing, the Troublemaker. DL, Sam Jackson is near 80. Does DL want to boot him out too?
Who did that?
Do you see Samuel Jackson jumping around and doing crazy stuff in the stuff that he's in? No. Hugh Jackman, they still want him to do that stuff. We just saw him do that in Deadpool Wolverine.
The question is still valid.
Well, what was the question?
I say yes, because I want to get rid of Sam Jackson. I want to get rid of Hugh Jackman. I want to get rid of what's his name that's playing the Red Hulk. We
Harrison
need
Ford.
So stay in these roles and be able to do the stuff for 10 years.
Excuse me.
Saying.
Excuse me. Aren't you the one always talking about silver foxes?
That's in my personal life, damn it.
Okay, who would you guys want instead of Hugh Jackman for Wolverine?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
Sydney Sweeney.
This is the job of Hollywood, and I'm surprised you guys have not picked this up after what James Gunn is doing with the DCU so far. Find talent out there that could play the Wolverine character. Hugh Jackman is not the be-all, end-all. He's not.
Why?
We're only saying that because Hugh Jackman was the only person to play Wolverine for over 20 years.
You are the one that is being the most vocal about this. Who would you want in place of?
I would be completely okay with the unknown, but if you really want me to choose somebody that
don't say
actor, guess what? I'm about to say it. I'm about to say it. You ready? I'm about to say it. Daniel freaking Radcliffe. Yes.
Oh yeah, no, that's not that. Yeah, you're cool. That's a good one. Never mind.
Harry Potter.
Yes.
Fucking Harry Potter.
Yes.
If you haven't seen his
scrawny ass Harry Potter.
Yes.
If you have not seen Daniel Radcliffe's roles outside of Harry Potter, you need to look up his stuff.
I
He's
have
actually
seen him
a
in
really good
multiple
actor.
movies, but I can't
if
see
you
him
would've said
being
fucking
jacked
Henry
enough to be
Cavill,
Wolverine.
Have you seen him bulked up? He can build muscle.
I just said it because he looked pretty cool in the Deadpool Wolverine movie.
And I know Blue Jay's going to be annoyed at me saying this, but he's also the right height for it.
I say we cast Danny DeVito in this role.
This will be Matt's first and last stream. Well, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
Well, when it was in your chat last night, somebody's chat, I said something about Al Pacino should have replaced William Hurt as Thunderbolt Ross.
You know who does kind of look like him that you could actually get, and people would believe he's a Wolverine and he's ripped to shit, but he just did that horrible Craven movie. I think Aaron Taylor could have made a pretty good Wolverine. He looks like him.
I want a comic book accurate Wolverine 5'5".
Yes.
5 foot even or something, yeah.
5'7" at the most. At the least.
Hire fucking Kevin Hart then.
They're gonna give the rest of the box set.
I want
Warwick Davis.
Warwick Davis. There we go. Actually, we're probably gonna get. We're probably going to get Cavill. It's going to be the Cavalry. That's what we're going to get.
The Cavalry.
All right. Enough of Wolverine and his.
I love this debate though. This is fun. This is a friendly.
We could do.
Well, I'm old. I got to stick up for the old people, man. You know, I got to stick up for the old people.
How much more money would that movie made if it had been called Wolverine Deadpool?
I don't know. Maybe. I don't think it. I think.
I mean, more than $1 billion.
I think it would have made more than it made. I don't know by how much, but it would have.
Think it would make $2 billion?
Didn't Deadpool 2 make significantly less than the original?
No, that's the first movie in the trilogy to make $1 billion.
You're talking about Deadpool 2.
Oh,
the second one. Didn't Deadpool 2 make less money than
initially? Initially, yeah, but I think it's because
until they cut it down to a PG and then put it back in theaters?
Yeah, they did that.
They cheated. Okay,
but I guess so. If you want to count that.
I remember when it came out how much it made initially, but since that shitty PG-13 cut, that kind of boosted up to like I think it slightly performed more than the first film.
The PG-13 cut wasn't that horrible. It was pretty good.
I haven't seen that once. I refuse to watch it.
The Princess Bride thing was pretty funny. I thought it was funny. You know, he duct tapes Fred Savage to the bed.
All right, Wolverine. Here we go. Marvel Studios going to be eyeing DeWanda Wise for the role of Storm in an upcoming MCU.
That was the girl that was.
I thought it was Cynthia Erivo.
Wasn't she in Jurassic?
Nobody said that. Get out of here.
She's a Jurassic chick, right? Berry. Is that the chick from the Jurassic movie?
Yes.
That was
yeah. The Western that's on
Hot Take. I think the only reason Hot Take. Hot Take. She was dog shit in that movie. She can't act. I think the only reason they're gonna think about giving her the roles because of her eyes. That would be the only reason.
What? Have you ever seen any other movie from her?
Nope. She sucked in that.
That's the problem.
That one was enough. Can she act? Who is she? I don't know who she is.
I have been told she can do a decent African accent. That's all I care.
That's not Halle Berry.
What's she been in? No, we gotta get her out of Halle Berry. Halle Berry's too fucking old. We cannot have Halle Berry as Storm, guys. She's too old.
The all black Western on Netflix. She was in it.
Have you seen her, Chris?
No, it doesn't matter. She looks good and can still do it. She's old. We got to get rid of her.
I got you.
First of all, Halle Berry has been miscast as Storm since the beginning. So please get somebody better.
So you really think
how
they're
old were
going to
you
put
when
Hugh
the first
Jackman's
one came out?
Wolverine?
It was a different time.
I was 5 years old.
Yeah, it's a different time. Halle was like kind of on top of the world, so I can see why they cast her. I do agree with you. When you go back and watch them now, you're kind of like, wow, Halle isn't really pulling it off. But back then, back then it wasn't Halle Berry. Back then, this is fucking Halle Berry. You know what I mean? She was going to get any role she wanted.
But let's be realistic about this for a second, right? And we're in this phase or whatever it is, or so the multiverse isn't going anywhere, right?
No.
And
I hope it is.
do you really think they're going to put Hugh Jackman in an X-Men movie?
No, not if it's not if they're prime, if they're like prime age X-Men. No, that's the only part where I will agree when it comes to like.
But this is what I'm saying is, you really think they're going to put him team him up with other?
No. He'll be like
Fox,
he'll be the Obi-Wan. He'll be the multiverse older version that comes in and gives everybody advice. You know. But I think
the people that he came up on the team with, new versions of them. Is that what you're saying? Variants of
yeah. That's the only way I could see it working. You know, you couldn't put him in primetime X-Men.
At one point when Wolverine died, they brought Old Man Logan to the regular
I remember
and in comics and put him with the
I dig the multiverse. I'm not mad at it. You know, I dig it.
As long as they don't use it as a crutch, but that's what I.
The multiverse means we can have all of them. We can have Halle and whoever the new Storm's going to be. We can have the new Wolverine and the old Wolverine.
Initially, you're not going to see Hugh Jackman play with another Storm that isn't Halle Berry, at least not the first time out.
No, I don't.
The first time you see Storm, Peace out, Matt. Nice to meet you, man.
Yeah, nice to meet you, bro.
It was a pleasure.
Take it easy.
Come back sometime. I promised a friend of mine I would stop by his show. So
thanks, Matt.
All right.
Have a good night.
Give Matt a follow. Heroes for Hire Comic Club. I'll put the link in the chat. There's some great content, and he's going to start doing a show about the movie So Bad That They're Good.
Yes, and it should be fun. And I think
your channel name. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
You know what your channel name reminds me of? Heroes for Hire, A True Romance, the comic book store that Christian Slater worked at called Heroes for Sale. Well, that's what it reminds me of.
I kind of did that. See, everybody like automatically thinks, which I do love Luke Cage and Iron Fist, but I always thought of like, okay, I do claim sales, right? So I thought, when you're buying comics off at the shop or off somebody, you're Heroes for Hire. So I was like, that's what I'm going to call it. So,
yeah, no, I like the name. It's a cool name, and it makes me think of True Romance, which is one of my favorite
movies of all time. By the way,
it's one of my favorite movies ever.
Right.
I love that he works at Heroes for Sale.
I guess I can watch True Romance.
I wish I could stay longer, guys, but
thanks, buddy. You're welcome anytime.
I overextended myself today.
All right. All right, later, buddy.
Brish, you've really never seen True Romance?
I've seen True Romance.
Oh, then why? Oh, then why are you saying? I guess I'll watch True.
Like I always do.
I'm sick of your shit. I'm just letting you know that. Like I'm sick of all y'all shit. I don't have to put up with this abuse. This is blatant abuse against elders, and me and Degrassi don't have to put up with it.
Wait, how old are you? 56.
I'm 50, and Degrassi's 109, but that doesn't matter.
No, I'm not that old yet. That's like I'm half that.
I think Degrassi's 54. Yeah.
Yep.
Yep.
I mean, Degrassi's not Mortal Vampire.
She is gorgeous, though. I'll give you that. She's gorgeous. That's the first thing I noticed was like, wow, she's gorgeous. But
what's she in there? A Fast and the Furious movie or something?
I don't know. She's very wooden. She's very stiff, man. She's very Hayden Christensen. Like she's very stiff actress. But I've only ever seen her in like 2 things, I think. So, what else has she been in? Can you guys even name it?
I just saw her Dominion. That's all I just saw her in.
She's been in that movie.
Imaginary.
Yeah, that.
Oh God.
Invasion. The Harder They Fall. Fatherhood.
Oh, The Harder They Fall. She was good in The Harder They Fall. Okay, she was good in
Everyone
that.
was good in The Harder They
She was
Fall.
good in the as hard. That was a great movie. Okay, all right, and she's a newcomer. I'll give. Yeah, fuck it. Let's give her a shot.
Okay. First, you were talking shit about her. Dude. Like, oh yeah.
Well, she was horrible. She was horrible in Jurassic Park. She was not good.
The TV series.
You don't need to be good in Jurassic Park.
I guess
everyone goes there for the dinosaurs.
That's what they go there for. They go there.
Unfortunately, yes.
To see the raptors getting clotheslined. Maybe it's because it was a bad movie. Maybe it
wasn't what character development? Oh, fuck that shit. We got our character development. Blue.
Yes.
Blue.
The Jurassic Park franchise is dead.
Next up.
Watch the second one comes out like $1 billion.
James Gunn, when asked if Suicide Squad is canon to the DCU, only Creature Commandos Forward is pure canon. The Suicide Squad has a lot of consistencies, but I think of it as an imperfect memory. What the hell does that mean?
An imperfect memory.
And then because it didn't do well and it was at a bad time.
It doesn't matter. Like, okay, first of all,
look who's here.
You clearly have characters from the Suicide Squad. You have Peacemaker there. Spoilers for Creature Commandos. You haven't seen it. You have Peacemaker there. King Shark had a cameo in there. You clearly have these characters previously. So acknowledge it.
Max, you always have streams when I have to go to sleep or while I'm at work. I'm sorry. I would love to be on your stream, but you got to tell me when you're having them, bro.
You know how Blofeld would this is old James Bond. Blofeld would die in a James Bond movie, but then in the next movie, even though that movie was sequentially took place after the previous one instead of before, which they did play with that a lot, that Blofeld mysteriously is in the prologue of the next movie. And it's not just, they don't say he's still alive. They don't acknowledge that Blofeld is still alive. It just is what it is. And having to reconcile, it's got to make people's heads hurt, man. You know,
like this is very simple to fix.
Yeah, I mean,
they did the thing with Peacemaker where they said season 1 was canon except for that cameo with the Justice League, right? Okay, I think it's even easier with the Suicide Squad because there isn't really anything in the Suicide Squad that really ties into the DCEU. Like the only thing you could really argue is Harley, but like there's nothing really that Harley did in that really like tied into anything significant from the previous films. And even in the future, they could just recast Harley Quinn and just say that Margot Robbie's just a placeover for Harley in that universe. And she's still alive by the end of the Suicide Squad. So if they wanted to do something with Harley in the future, they could, but they don't have to. So why don't you just say that Suicide Squad is canon? It's not going to hurt anybody.
It's his movie. Like, yeah, it flopped, but like it doesn't matter.
You're clearly acknowledging these characters.
You're clearly acknowledging these characters, and your sequel series, Peacemaker, it's part of the DCEU, TCU as well. This freaking
he's cherry pick. What he's saying in so many words here that it doesn't matter. But if you're going to cherry pick,
yeah, because Peacemaker is Rick Flag Sr. is going after Peacemaker for what he did for killing his son, and all the others, and like you have characters from the Suicide Squad that make an appearance in Creature Commandos. So like, it's just say it's canon. It's not going to hurt anybody.
I think people care too much.
They're not going to give. There's not going to be a. This is Earth A and this is Earth B and this is how this works. They're not going to give you the fucking spaghetti whatever bullshit. You're not going to see it. You're not going to hear it. It's just this is how it is.
I make my own canon.
If we acknowledge that, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Don't we all?
Exactly.
Like Lily, I
don't care too much about whether or not some Hollywood executive says it's real or not. Newsflash, guys, it's all fiction. None of it's real.
Let's say you liked Superman Returns, right? And you're watching Superman Returns and you're enjoying yourself and you understand that this is a direct sequel to Superman 2. But you're not pooping your pants because it's not Christopher Reeve and it's not Margot Kidder. And when did they have a kid? When did that happen? Well, you got to buy the Donner Cut Blu-ray to see how that happened.
When did James Gunn become the new Donald Trump? Why is everybody out here always constantly trying to get these fucking gotcha moments on James Gunn? The guy's busy. People hang on to every word. Like,
Yeah,
hey, look,
they're
he's just
looking
trying
for him
Oh,
to
he
fail.
gives
They're
interviews.
looking for him to
mess
fail.
up.
Give him an interview.
Yeah.
How about we let him get a movie out before any of us? I think everybody.
Yeah,
should
like
just shut the
Superman
fuck
hasn't
up
even
about
come
James
out
Gunn for a
yet.
while.
Superman hasn't even come out yet, and people are like panicking about The Brave and the Bold, which he's never even made a release date for it. Like, what?
Hey,
the
who's
fuck?
panicking about the Brave and the Bold? Oh wait,
Everybody.
he's
They're
right
like,
here.
Clearly, Dial is panicking about it.
no, I don't care. I
Supergirl's
don't
filming.
care. Superman hasn't even come out yet. Why are
Pulling
you
out-
talking about Brave
Pulling
and
out
Bold?
Filipino interviews and trying to somehow make the Flash connect to the Brave and the Bold because some guy that's got nothing to do with James Gunn. But people seriously
Poorly
try to make that
translated.
Yeah.
Two separate interviews that were poorly translated and then conflated.
And I'm
Right?
still
Two
trying to figure
separate
out
interviews.
what that has to do with James Gunn. What the fuck does that got to do James Gunn? And people are trying to connect those dots. Like, I don't get it. I don't get it.
So we've got Lanterns is filming, Supergirl is filming. There's a stink about Sergeant Rock and Clayface, and then there's some stink about 2 additional DCU films going into production before the year ends. And then we have
nothing
Waller.
shocks me anymore. Nothing shocks me anymore, Degrassi. These are
we
the same
have
people that raise the
Waller.
stink
We
about
have
whether Superman should have a collar or not. Like, just stop.
Yeah, we have
on the,
Peacemaker season 2.
They freaked out about the outfit
Commando
for a month.
season 2. What other shows besides Lanterns is there? Oh, there's some stink about a Dead Man animated series.
Oh my God, they ruined Superman. The cape's not long enough. Oh my God, shut the fuck up.
Oh, they've cast 2 more members of the Authority it's presumably for Supergirl, and it's what Jack Hawksmoor and.
Pattinson in the DCU, man.
Are there too many characters?
Hey, watch.
Are there too many characters in Supergirl?
We don't
If
even
Jack
know how many
Hawksmoor
characters are gonna.
we
We
haven't
don't know how many are gonna be in. That's, I mean, this is all speculation. Nobody knows.
No, we do. We kind of know how many are, Chris. We know that Millie Alcock's in it, and the guy that's playing the bad guy, and Jason Momoa, and the girl that's playing the main character. And then we have Supergirl's parents have been cast, and 2 members of the Authority have been cast.
I thought you were talking about actual heroes, man. Like,
no, I'm talking about
superhuman beings.
Like, what was that? Hold on. What was that, Mama Bear?
Are we getting ahead of ourselves on this discussion?
We are getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah,
Thank
back
you,
to
Mama.
this.
All right,
also,
moving on.
before
This all ties in.
Okay.
All right. James Gunn tweeted out, the bulk of my time is dealing with post-production on Superman and Peacemaker. But I'm also spending a fair amount of time pre-writing my next DC Studios project and watching dailies and offering ideas on the other projects. It's much less overwhelming than when I was directing. Then we go into Supergirl is expected to appear in Superman, which leads into, are there too many characters in Superman? There we go. Thank you, Mama. It's all connected. This is how a good produced show works. Cough, cough, MME.
There we go. Look at that. Nice transitions. Look at those transitions.
So, to answer this question, I don't think Supergirl. This is my speculation. I don't think Supergirl will be like a character in the movie, maybe a cameo, if that's the case, because it's probably just a precursor to her movie.
Yeah, just something to give it connective tissue. That's it.
Yeah,
not like a whole,
I mean it's already known that this is a already established world with superheroes just like flying around. So it makes sense to have Supergirl be in it, but I don't think she's like a character. Just have her a cameo or maybe a post-credit scene or whatever.
Well, I think she's going to have some part to play in the movie, because if what happens in the Superman movie leads to her leaving Earth and becoming a drunk throughout the whole Supergirl Woman of Tomorrow, something devastating had to happen to her in Superman. So that's why I see she might have a major role in the movie where something devastates her emotionally that she has to leave Earth.
Yeah. Now with the other characters like Guy Gardner, Mr. Terrific, James Gunn did say they're characters, not really cameos. I mean, you can make the argument that, but we don't really know how much of an impact they are with the story. I think those characters are kind of get them like what to say, like a balance between like Superman is not just one single character because he's just the most powerful one of them all. So it could be like a balance between egos and ideas and stuff like that, and personal conflicts. I mean, I don't know.
Here we go. We got some 4-inch action figures that are coming. Throw this in also with everything that's going on. Okay. We got a Fortress of Solitude playset, Superman versus Kaiju pack, Mr. Terrific shuttle, Superman Battle Damage and Crypto, Superman, Lois, Jor-El, Guy Gardner, Hawk Girl, Mr. Terrific, Lex Luthor, Metamorpho, Ultraman, and the Engineer.
Oh shit! And then maybe there are too many characters in this movie. Holy shit! That's all. Are those all the people that are going to be in this movie?
Those are the ones we know.
Holy shit! I'm getting all the Funko Pops, and they're going to be back here.
I'm gonna get. I mean, I don't really collect Superman stuff, but I'm praying to God. I'm praying to God that Kaiju fucks Superman up so bad in the beginning of that movie. I want the Kaiju beating up Superman.
I'm telling you, man.
I want the Kaiju for my own reasons.
Lex Luthor, one of Lex.
You might want to clean that up, Mama Bear. People are just going to run with that one. You better clean that one up.
All of the multiple ranges of toys, Lex Luthor has a baby Kaiju.
Yes.
First off, I'm telling you, man, the Hot Toys are going to be crazy.
They are.
Kaiju is Jimmy Olsen, damn it.
That's a good. There's a solid like 80-20 that's the case.
No, I'm just saying I want the Kaiju action figure because when they put that first image out of him putting on his shoes, taking a sweet ass time getting ready with the big sonic blast in the background, I said that looked like a Godzilla Kaiju type blast. And there's a channel out there that's been trolling me ever since. So I'm going to get that Kaiju just for the fact of I called it, bitch.
They should make a toy. They should make they should make the Superman toy, and it comes with a chair, and it just put it on his boots.
Just putting
wasn't that just a production photo that they just did some digital mummery on in the background?
But that's that's the world we live in now. Oh my God, Superman, just take it as everybody was mad at that picture. He did look depressed as shit though, didn't he? Look like I gotta go. He looked like man, I gotta fucking start my day every day. It's the same.
It's my understanding that photo was taken at like 3:30 in the morning as they were preparing the shoot. So I would probably look like that too.
Dude, getting bundled up, guy has to go to work. Like, oh, my job sucks. Superman, just like in that picture, he was just like, this job sucks.
Like, all right, man, get your ass up. We gotta take this little quick photo, man. Go back so you can go back to sleep.
Oh gosh.
But as always, I hope everybody, I hope all my friends get what they want. I hope this movie, I hope they hit a home run, man. I want everybody to get what they want. But what's funny is all these people that are talking about it when they come out, like 2037, whenever it's coming out, when it finally does come out, even the people that haven't shut up about this movie for the past year now, it'll be 2 weeks into the run and they'll be like, have you seen it yet? Oh no, I haven't seen it yet.
Can I ask the
Let's talk about this show. We're going to talk about this show tonight, guys. Have you seen the show? No, I haven't seen it yet, but I got a lot of
that ties into my question I was going to ask. Do you think the people that spoiled the Flash movie when it came out that didn't see it are going to do the same thing to Superman?
Absolutely.
I can think of one that might do it, just one guy, but I'm not going to say his name because I love him. But I can think of one guy. No, he's not an actor. He's not an actor. He's a YouTuber.
Who's here?
Oh, wow.
Wow.
Right on cue. Right on cue.
Were there too many characters in the Oceans movies?
Oh, my God.
Were there too many characters in the Fast and the Furious movies?
I'm about to say, is there too many characters in Invincible?
Are there too many characters in the X-Men? I feel like the X-Men has too many characters.
Are there too many characters in Pulp Fiction?
Well, actually, no. DL's right. Like DL's right. Invincible is a show about Mark, but there is a lot of characters in there. But they serve the story, right? So I'm hoping that's the same thing with Superman. Like you got all these different characters in there, but hopefully that they have a purpose in the story. They're not just there because, well, it's a universe now. So
I don't know. I think this applies to everything at this point now. I think the next Mortal Kombat, when it comes out, should only have 4 characters in it. That's it. No more.
Yeah.
No,
Hey,
we're
RJ.
sick of all these fucking characters, man.
Check
I
your
want the world's finest movie to be like My Dinner with Andre, just Superman and Batman sitting at a table. over
Just say
tea.
right, talking about like world views and shit.
Talking
Get
about
hold on, get all
possibly
political.
going into bankruptcy and about how like one affair is going south. And the
So
other
pretty
one's
much you
doing all
want a
right.
segment. You want a segment of how it should have ended. That's what you wanted.
Yeah, there you
I don't
go.
know. I don't know what that is, but sure.
There's a channel. What's it called? Is it called How It Should End? Whatever. They do
With
like
the Who
these-
Gives a Shit channel.
I would make a
I
whole
watch
movie.
it.
I would
they
make a
have,
whole
like,
movie
these,
where the Justice League just sits around one table and then all they do is discuss James Gunn and what he should have done. That would be my movie.
That'd be like Daffy Duck with the pencil eraser, Chris.
That's what I'm saying.
hold on. Welcome to Monday Madness.
Uh-oh.
You got your mic on?
Hello, what's up?
Resident Justice.
Wow.
What's going on, RJ?
What's going on, RJ?
I was taking
Nothing
a hit,
much.
man.
Stopping by, saying hi. Just
Were
kind
there
of
too many characters in Avengers? Were there too many characters in 90210? Was there too many characters on the panel?
because it's
Were there too many
versus
characters in
Superman.
Cannonball Run?
No, here's what it is. Here, the people that are saying that, you know what it is? They're straight up fucking Superman knob gobblers. They only want to see Superman on the screen and nobody else. That's what it really probably all comes down to.
It's a Superman movie. What's wrong with that idea? I mean, when BVS came out, what was everyone turning around and saying? That there was too many damn characters.
I don't know. I
Everyone-
like BVS. I don't
And
know.
you have
It's
easily
my understanding.
twice to
based
3
on-
times. I am not done. You have easily twice to 2 times twice to 3 times the amount of characters in this movie that you did for BVS. Give the same damn energy.
Who was giving
I
that
never
energy?
said that there were.
I actually
more
like
too. I never.
BVS.
I never said there were too many characters in.
I didn't
BVS.
say you
That-
did, but a lot of people were running around saying that.
That was
Well, those
not
people are
That
stupid.
was not the main problem. That was not the problem with that movie. It was the writing. The writing was
There was
all over the
nothing
place.
wrong with the writing.
I was okay with it. I was all right with the movie. It had,
You would
Well,
know.
a couple parts I had to power through, but I actually enjoyed that movie. I enjoy all those movies. I really do. I just, they just kind of, there was a lot of shit going on with them studios at the time. I think it had effect on everybody. It was a domino effect. It wasn't just Snyder or
because the
Zaslav or mergers. It was everything.
Because the studios were so busy trying to play catch up with Marvel that they were trying to put Marvel into DC, which is not something that will ever work. The two universes have very different feels to them, and you're not going to get this. You're not going to be able to play catch up with Marvel with 3 movies when they have like a 10-year lead on you.
Yeah, and what were they? There were at least 7 movies in, weren't they? By the time they got that first Avengers movie out, there were 7 movies in.
Yeah,
I think.
Well, that's
If
why
you count the
Yeah,
Incredible Hulk,
two of those movies are kind of just like barely serviceable, man. Those first 2 Thor movies are like.
The first Thor movie is golden.
I like the first one. The
yeah,
second one, I
the first
do
one.
not like,
Yeah,
and I'm not a big fan
they're
of.
like, I feel like I'm watching like I don't know what. Just
I didn't
bad,
like. I get a lot of shit for this, but I'm going to
Shakespeare
tell
in
you,
the
my
Park.
after Thor: The Dark World, my second least favorite out of every Marvel movie is the first Captain America. I don't like it.
Oh wow!
Well, I get that. I
Yeah, I
get that
just don't
because
like
it's
it.
kind of just
Ah,
like
I
so
love
those,
the first
all of those first that first phase of movies are just kind of plain Jane. Like
No,
Phase
if,
one
could've-
is
they
still my
could've come out-
favorite phase.
they could have come out in the '90s and been the same. They probably would have even had better special effects.
No, if you said that they were going to be putting Thor 1 out back on IMAX for a limited run, I would be there day one.
I think I would go out to watch it
Because
actually.
the Bifrost Bridge is meant for the movie screen.
The whole every shot in Asgard is works.
Yeah.
My specific-
Even I'm not a big 3D guy, but even I saw that in 3D and it was nice.
All right,
If
we
this
got
comes from someone-
we have some breaking news.
Oh boy.
I normally don't do this.
Oh no.
I normally don't do this. He's so full of shit.
Here we go. Here we go.
According to Screen Rant,
Oh,
My favorite source.
It's got to be true then.
hold on, it's loading. Oh, there we go. Nicolas Cage confirms the upcoming live-action Spider Noir series will have mutated monsters as villains rather than normal humans with the villain persona like in the comics.
Ooh, you know why they're doing that? I'll bet so he can kill
Could be.
I mean, we're getting monsters, so yeah, that's a first.
So he's not playing Peter Parker, right?
No.
Are we all clear on that?
I thought he
Yes.
was playing Ben Riley.
Yeah,
Ben Urich.
Oh, Ben Urich.
Okay.
So was he not the same one from Spider-Verse? Because I thought in the Spider-Verse movies it said he's Peter Parker.
Hold on, let me look it up.
Was he Peter Parker? Well, they were all. I mean, because they were Peter Porker. They had different like names,
Peter
you know.
Parker. I've
Yeah.
seen that porn.
Maybe in the Spider-Verse movies,
Jesus
that
Christ.
Spider-Man Noir is Peter Parker, but in the
Yeah.
comics, and I don't think, it's Sony, man. They're not gonna put Peter Parker in a show. They're not gonna put, it's just. I could be totally.
What do you
wrong
mean?
in
We're
that.
about to get an animated Spider-Man show. What do you mean? With Peter
Yeah.
Parker?
Yeah, and that's not Sony. That's Disney.
Oh, I guess so.
Well, okay, according to Into the Spider-Verse, that Spider Noir is Peter Parker, named Peter
That
Parker.
Spider-Man Noir is, but look up the Spider Noir from.
Well,
the
no,
comics.
that's why I was asking. Like the Spider Noir we're getting in this show is not the same character. It's not the same version.
No,
from those movies. It's a different version of the Spider Noir character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
believe
just
that's the
he's
case.
just named Spider-Man Noir, or enlisted as according to IMDb,
Which is fine. Although I will say, if they wanted to play it smart with Sony, they should have just done a live action version.
Here we go with the. They should have done this shit. Go make your movie, RJ. Go make your movie.
I wish I could.
Yeah, I don't know.
The Sony Spider Verse, they'd be making billions of dollars.
But don't put no old people in it, or just ask Diao will get upset. You're not allowed to have any old people in movies from now
here we
on.
go.
Don't tempt me. Don't tempt me.
Old man on the panel.
No, in the comics, Peter Parker.
Give me Ernie Hudson in the movie.
That's right. Matter of fact,
It's
give
just-
me Ernie Hudson as the new Black Panther. Fuck it, I'm in.
You know what? Did somebody give Chris his prune juice? Where?
No, I knew it. I knew it was
Where?
coming. I don't know why you're laughing, Bruce. You're the same age, motherfucker.
What are you talking about? I'm younger than you.
By 1 year.
I'm still younger than you.
We could share
I
a prune
don't
juice.
got
We
an
can put the
AR-15
two straws in it like they do in the movies. We'll have two little
Yeah,
straws.
you
and
would
some
be the
prune
type
juice.
of person to yell at Chris, drink your prune juice.
Drink your prune
Drink
juice.
your prune juice.
Your
Get
prune
outta
juice
here,
with your
Grandma.
Metamucil, all right, buddy?
I'm not that
While
old
he's
yet.
talking, we could
But
get him some
if
chocolate.
he is Peter Parker, there is precedent for that in that line of
Yeah.
books, and who knows?
Back to Superman though. Like I said before, it really all comes down to writing and execution. I mean,
I think it's gonna be fine. I'm not.
I mean,
here's why I'm not
it-
worried. Here's why I'm not worried.
and
James
it feels
Gunn
like the
has
story is
not
flowing from
had a-
one scene to another, and it's fine. But
I think it's gonna be fine. I really do, guys. James Gunn has not let anybody down yet. Okay, the closest he came to
Well,
it
it depends on
was
who you are, though.
Suicide
Suicide
Squad.
Squad.
No. A lot of people like that movie. There's a difference between an unsuccessful movie and a bad movie. It's a good movie. It didn't make any money. Like he hasn't got any. He hasn't really let anybody down yet.
They wasted Starro and the Thinker in that movie.
I'm trying to remember which one the Thinker was.
Well, it's probably not fully canon anymore anyway. So, which that's a whole other can of worms.
Just
But
say that it's canon. Like
Everybody's got
He's
their
been spending the
own
past year say
headcanon.
say
Hey,
it's
Christina.
canon. No, wait, it's not. This is going to be canon. No, wait, it's not.
It's like saying like if I make it's like saying if I make I don't know if I make my
Try
movie,
this.
right? But if I made a sequel, that's not getting with the first film. That doesn't make any sense.
Like, have you ever read a Dark Tower book?
Yeah.
No.
The Stephen King
I
book,
mean,
they're good.
Like, how many times does he contradict himself over the course of that series of novels? How many times does Stephen King just toss cannon to the wind?
That's been the past year and a half with Gunn, though.
So, like,
Of course, Star Wars.
it's who else did it? Arthur C. Clarke did it. Arthur C. Clarke did it with his.
I think I got to be honest,
2001
man.
series of novels, the first adaptation of the original movie, and then he wrote sequel novels. And
oh my God!
and then at the end,
Tolkien did it over and over again with Lord of the Rings.
I think people are secretly
right.
I think people are secretly like they won't come out and say it, but I think there's a lot of people. I don't know if any of them are on this panel right now. I hope not, but I think there's a lot of people that are secretly really hoping to God James Gunn fails. They want him to fail. I think there's people that really want him to fail.
Why the I'll say this for people that the people that want to see DC films. Why do you want James Gunn to fail? Because if he fails, DC films are going to be dead for another decade. Do y'all want that?
I don't get it. I don't get it. But I see a lot of these streamers out here and a lot of these videos where people are just, you can just steal it. They want this guy to fail. And I don't know why. What the fuck did he ever do to them?
A few weeks, or it's been a couple weeks, I sent you a DM about the possibility that his next, the project that he's pre-writing right now.
The Authority?
No. It's I don't even think it's a DC. It's a DC Studios film based on a DC comic, one of DC's imprints, but it's not a DCU continuity.
Is it Vertical?
I gotta take this call. I gotta go, guys. I love you guys. Be good. I gotta bounce.
Later, Chris.
Is it like a DC Vertical thing or something?
Yeah,
like that?
it was a Vertigo book. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
No
It
idea.
was a Vertigo miniseries.
Which one?
We Three.
We Three?
WE and then the number 3.
We Three. I've never heard of that.
Oh, the Grant Morrison Framed Quietly book about those animals.
Yeah, that one.
I have heard of this. Yeah,
it was like a combination of the Terminator and Homeward Bound.
Wait a minute. Okay, so I just looked this up. Okay, so apparently New Line Cinema was optioned a We Three film with Morrison as a screenwriter. The script was completed, and Don Murphy, Susan, the producers, were in development. And they're supposed to be the cybernetic animals were completely CG. And then John Stevenson, the director of Kung Fu Panda, was attached to direct the project in December 2008, but it was no longer involved. Then, when asking during an impromptu Facebook Q&A in March of 2015 on what comic book he would like to make, James Gunn expressed interest in We Three. Elements of We Three were incorporated in 2023 in Guardians 3.
So if you read the statement that he just made, he doesn't say DCU project. He says DC Studios project.
Elseworlds.
Interesting. I'll send the link. I'll send a link if you
look at the concept of what that story is. It's in.
I just pull the hardcover. I could pull the deluxe edition of the hardcover off my shelf and read it to you if you want.
Interesting.
Plus, it's Grant Morrison, so it's like I know Gunn loves Grant Morrison. I could see
and
that.
It's just I want to say was it 99, 2000? I don't know. It was the late 90s, early 2000s.
2004?
4? Yeah, okay.
2013.
We Three? No, that's when it was
2004.
Yeah.
The trade paperback came out in 2014.
Yeah, and it's I think it won. It swept most of the Eisner's and Inkpot. Yeah. And, it was Wizard still around then? Wizard Fan Awards.
Mm-hmm.
It was kind of a big deal, and it's just still a great comic. It's sad. It's like Watership Down or The Plague Dogs, or it's got a little bit of Charlotte's Web and all that kind of, just that kind of earnest, bittersweet, like Rocket's story in Guardians is, heavily influenced by We Three.
I mean, yeah, like I said, it looks like something that would be in his wheelhouse for sure. I mean, I think it'd be a left field choice, but I think it's the kind of choice that you would make. You already did your big universe kickoff movie. Just focus on doing something fun that's like kind of just for you, something that you would like to do.
They're just, I don't know. Some people will say they're biting off more than they can chew, but it's an extreme show of confidence that all this stuff is happening as quickly as it is.
I mean, he said he's going to do some more Elseworld stuff, so why not
God
do
damn it.
some more of that?
I'm on eBay buying all the issues right now.
There were only 3. It was only a 3-issue mini.
Yeah, 3.
Well,
$24, damn it.
Yeah, bring back some Vertigo titles. Remember V for Vendetta? And,
the whole imprint's coming back.
It's
just going to be a question of, I know that, well, no, Starman was a DC comic, but when Starman returns later this year, early next year, it's going to be a Black Label book. And the original team, Robinson and Harris, will be back on it.
Anthony's
and that's
like
basically
more animals.
What's that?
Anthony's like more animals.
Hey man, it's the dude's. That's his thing, man.
Yeah.
The dude's an animal lover. He fights for their rights, and he's got a platform. And
yeah, it's
who knows?
Up to him.
Who knows? We'll see.
I still, my conspiracy.
Whoa.
He's gonna do Brave and the Bold himself.
I know that, and that's a lovely thought.
I said it was my personal conspiracy theory. It has no merit in reality.
Personal conspiracy.
Well, here's a picture from inside the comic. They're ripping rabbits apart.
Run,
Forrest, run!
Yeah, that's what we want to see. Them ripping apart rabbits. With the kids.
Yeah.
A family picture.
Hey, if the kids could watch Solo Leveling, they could watch anything. All right.
What is that?
My 17-year-old nephew took his 13-year-old. My 17-year-old nephew took his 13-year-old brother and his 9-year-old brother to see Terrifier 3 with him.
Why?
Because this generation of kids.
Because they watch The Walking Dead every Sunday night, and it's really no different than that.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah. James Gunn is a closeted furry? Really? I can see that.
I don't think he's closeted. I think he's pretty open about it.
I don't think he's closeted.
Oh my god! Oh my gosh!
Dude reminds me of one of my cousins. I've got cousins that are like that my dad grew up with. Like he had a sister who was older than him, and she had her own kids by the time my dad was, aware. And so when I see my cousins again, I'm like, God damn, man! Like he reminds me of one of them. It's hilarious, man.
Do you have cousins that are furries?
Yeah, they're all furries. All my cousins.
Oh my god, I was joking.
Furries. No, I know.
Oh, that's funny.
So was I.
Whoa! Somebody clipped that. Degrassi was a furry. No.
No, I was kidding. I mean,
all right.
Got me. Got him.
Oh, we done talking about Superman and Supergirl.
No, there are ample characters, but they're not too many. I think it's going to be Goldilocks.
The Three Bears?
Just right.
Everything's going to be just fine. It'll be just okay.
So what this teaches us, be patient, wait for the movie, and make your mind up once you see the movie. That is the moral of the story. Don't pull
I just,
them out.
I think for me, I told you I feel like at some point the gloves are going to come off, and I can't. I'm just not. I'm no gatekeeper, man. But there's a fucking baseline, and I'm not going to let somebody who's only read Superman comics for the last 5 years tell me what's what. I'm going to give them the business. That's all hyperbole.
Well, let's hope they're
Yes,
all.
I have the same problem with those new 52 readers. Yeah,
You
Yeah.
You mean the EU 52?
The
Yeah.
EU
52?
Yeah.
No, there were some. It had its moments. It had its
did.
moments.
The Batman.
Moments.
Yeah, the
Batman.
books that
Batman.
just didn't pay any attention to what.
Except
I
for
mean,
the Joker was terrible in that, but
action
Constantine
was
was
good.
good.
Morrison's action was good.
Yeah.
His little, and with him and who was it, Rax Morales, and yeah, that was a good book. And
No,
I'm a, like, I'll read
like
anything. I'll buy
5 out
anything that
of
dude puts his
out
name
of 52
on.
titles.
yeah.
Yeah. All right, moving on. We
I
got
believe I own approximately 0.
Cameron
except for the
Diaz says that
Morrison
she'll be open to returning
HCs.
for a sequel to The Mask as long as Jim Carrey is involved. If Jim's on board, I mean, I've been riding those coattails from day one.
I mean, you can't have The Mask without Jim Carrey.
Yeah,
I think
because you saw
I think
what
this
happened
pretty
last time they did a Mask movie without Jim Carrey.
They did
Mask.
and they all stunk.
Good God, man, that movie.
That
Was it
was
That
bad?
means that this is going to happen.
horrible. One of the worst films I've ever seen.
You know, on
The funny thing is, there's more than one sequel, and they all stunk.
Really?
do you remember the cartoon?
Yes.
Yes.
I do remember the cartoon.
It's on at some ridiculous hour in the morning on MeTV Tunes. It's sandwiched
really?
in between like the Police Academy cartoon and I don't know what the other one was. They have this little block of cartoons that were based on movies that probably shouldn't have had cartoons
Like
based
Beetlejuice.
on. Yeah, Beetlejuice. No, Beetlejuice was.
It had nothing. It had no
perfect.
bearing
Beetlejuice
in
was
to the
right for
movie.
that. But yeah, so I'll
I
be
don't-
just up at like 3:30 in the morning and like MeTV Tunes is on. And I'm like, ooh, Yogi Bear, and then I'm like, no, it's The Mask.
Would Jim Carrey even come back for a Mask?
Probably.
Yes.
There's a big enough paycheck, you know.
Yeah, I think he would.
I mean,
he
yeah,
did
he came back for Robotnik, but like,
Yeah, I mean,
He's like a great grandfather now. Yeah,
Well,
he'll come back.
Aren't they also too like everyone's been saying, "Oh, we need another live action Grinch movie"? Get Jim.
no, we don't.
I mean, isn't it already kind of semi-official that he's doing the new Ace Ventura movie?
Yes, I thought it was.
Hasn't he? He's already said he's in.
He's all in.
Please
Yeah,
no.
So
Please no.
Of course, he doesn't like Ace Ventura.
and when Cameron Diaz, she's on a PR tour for this Netflix movie that she's got with Jamie Foxx, and she's going to get questions like this, and nobody's going to ask her about Charlie's Angels unless it's Drew Barrymore, because I'm sure she's going to be on that show. But
Oh yeah. Speaking of Cameron Diaz, I watched that movie Back in Action on Netflix.
I'm full of it.
I didn't like it. It
It wasn't good. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet.
It was bland. It was generic. It's like a Diet True Lies.
Oh,
She
God.
was like in that movie. I don't think was that the first movie she was in. I know I had never seen her.
This
in a
is the
movie
first
before.
movie she's actually starred in since freaking Annie.
But she was.
Oh, she was an Annie. God.
She was?
Yes.
Did she play the Carol Burnett role, the mean?
Yeah.
Yes.
The mean,
Yes.
Right.
What's
the
funny
mean
enough,
orphanage
has Jamie
lady?
Foxx in it, which
Yes.
funny enough also has Jamie Foxx. So that's a weird turn.
Is it the same director? Is it the same director?
Oh,
But
let me
she
look
was.
it up.
She was. In 1990, what 5 was it 5 or 4 when The Mask came out? 1994.
I think it was 94.
I think 94.
No, not the same director. Not the same director.
She.
Okay.
I was mesmerized, man. Never seen anything like her before in my life.
Yeah,
You
that
know,
was the
and I
first
grew
thing
up
I
in
saw her in.
I grew up in the 70s, man, with like, you know, Barbie Benton and like the literally the most beautiful women in the world and haven't been surpassed. Farrah Fawcett, Barbie Benton, Suzanne Summers. Oh, let's go, guys. Come on. Anyway, I sound so old right now. Anyway, but she was a peach. I liked the movie too because I read the comics and stuff.
Did Cameron
The comics were weird, man.
Did Cameron Diaz ever say why she took a break from acting for so long? Like why she kind of?
No, I think she had a I think she hold on. I think I remember this. I mean, look,
Didn't she have kids?
She decided to take a break from acting following the release of Annie. And then stating in July 2017 that she became tired of traveling for filming and confirmed her retirement in the following March. And I think she has since invested in health biotech startups, including what? I think I remember she was having a kid or something like that.
That's usually the reason.
Yeah, she was living a normal life for like a decade, and she wanted to come back for this Netflix movie, which didn't do anything. Well, she still looks good. Don't get me wrong, she still looks really good, but yeah, I don't know. It just wasn't that funny. Jamie Foxx.
She's got two kids with that. What's his neck? The tattooed freak with spiky hair that thinks he can play guitar. What's his name?
That doesn't narrow it down for Hollywood.
I was going to say Machine Gun Kelly. No.
No.
He's a Megan Fox.
Benji Madden, one of the Madden brothers from what was their stupid band called?
Oh, damn it.
Yeah, I can't see. That's how you remember the dude, but you don't remember the band he was in. That's how memorable he is. Good Charlotte.
Oh,
I liked one song from them, maybe.
I had the wrong band in my head.
It was either Eve Six, Lit, Tonic, Good Charlotte, Jimmy Eat World.
They were all the same.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. What we got? Tom Holland will be the lead in Christopher Nolan's next film, The Odyssey. We knew this was coming.
But so is he playing Odysseus or is he playing his son?
No, he's playing Odysseus.
That's what I figured, but
yeah,
he is kind of. I don't know. He seems kind of young for Odysseus.
Yeah, like how literal is this interpretation? Are we? I think is everybody being a little presumptuous? Thinking
wait, how old is Odysseus in the story?
I mean,
everybody see the return. It's out now.
I mean, it's called The Odyssey. It goes on for a number of years, so it's meant to kind of,
Yeah. Well, they could age him up.
CG
from 15 to 20. So
you guys know he's like late 30s, right?
Yeah, he's almost 30.
Yeah.
Which is
Ray Fiennes currently playing him in a new movie called The Return. That is pretty fucking good movie. Reunited with his English Patient co-star Juliette Binoche, and he plays Odysseus, and he returns home. It's his return home. It's that and
yeah.
So, do y'all think he's going to cover the entire Odyssey, or do you think he's going to split it into parts, or is he going to cut out certain things to make it truncated into a 3-hour movie?
He's going to do a trilogy.
We know. I'd
love to see it as a trilogy. Okay. It's the only way you can really do it any justice.
I did like the TV series.
Oh yeah.
I don't know.
What was his name? Amada.
Great question. I have a feeling it's going to be one epic movie that's like 3 to 3.5 hours long. It's just going to be one movie. Could be wrong, but
no. If this one makes a lot of money, then they'll do the prequel.
Yeah, the Iliad. Yeah. My question is though, like, how deep into I mean, because if you're doing the Odyssey, you got to dive deep into fantasy, right? So it's like,
again,
Nolan's never done that kind of hardcore fantasy though before.
It's not just us. I think just the entire I think everybody, the media, people, we're being presumptuous in saying that this is like a literal like sand and sword and sandals interpretation of the story.
So you think it could be like the premise of the Odyssey, but not like just the general premise of someone trying to go back home?
Not the general
what
premise.
I mean though is that like it's not like it's the same story, but it's not like
it's not
sandals.
it's not a literal interpretation of the poem. It's and it might take place in a different setting but I don't know.
Please
He was
don't
either
Romeo
gonna
and Juliet it, please.
Or what if it's
he
like
was
a
either
sci-
going to
or
make
what
the
if it's like a
prisoner,
science
and then he's
fiction
got this Airwolf Blue Thunder movie that supposedly ties Tenet and Inception together with this super helicopter.
See, now that you say that, though, I could see it to where he does like a science fiction version of the Odyssey, where it's like a space sci-fi movie.
Yeah, who knows? I still want him to make the prisoner. Oh yeah, it'd be crazy to see him with some, CGI, whatever, sirens coming up out of the water, sitting on the rocks.
I am looking forward to this. Even though it's Tom Holland in it, I wasn't going to watch it, but what can I do?
Even though it's Tom Holland, I'll watch it.
He'll be good in this movie.
I mean,
I would hate to see Zendaya with child, at least for a few more years, right? It's nothing like that. But if it means that he'll retire from acting, knock her up, Tommy. Let's go.
Knock her up.
Knock her
Terry
up.
Floyd, Spidey, where art thou?
That's crazy.
Leave
I
it
will
in
say,
her.
I will say,
Leave it
that
in her. Soak it, Tommy. Soak it.
Soak it.
I will say that if Christopher Nolan has enough confidence in him to be the lead of his movie, that says a lot.
Yeah.
Especially because he's never worked with them before.
Yeah.
Because usually Nolan likes to work with like the same level of people. So when he picks you to be the lead in one of his movies, that says a lot about the quality of that actor.
Unless Nolan his farts have gotten stronger and he's smelling them more since Oppenheimer.
I don't think so. I mean, listen, I like Nolan, right?
Everybody shits the bed eventually, RJ. Everybody shits the bed.
I think Nolan already did that though, so it's fine.
Yeah, he already has.
What with
Tenet,
Dark Knight Rises?
Tenet. Dark Knight Rises, Tenet, yes.
No. I will defend Tenet. Tenet's a good movie.
Good luck with that, because I was just thinking about
it's a great movie. It's just a very misunderstood film.
I was just thinking John David Washington was technically the lead of that movie, and it did nothing for him.
Watch it backwards. It's fucking brilliant.
I liked Tenet, but there was so much like the freaking audio was just like
horrible.
Yeah.
No, I like. Here's what Tenet did for me, man. We had been cooped up for how long, right? And nobody had been doing anything. My wife still went to work every day, right? Can't go in the bedroom because she's doing laser treatment on my dog. Anyway, one of our dogs. Anyway, like life didn't change for us, man. Except you can't go out and eat. And you can't go to the movie theater. So when the local drive-in that is no longer with us because we bought it, they had Tenet. They had Tenet opening weekend. I'm going. Sit in my car and just chief blunts and watch a weird Christopher Nolan movie. I am in.
Yeah. I'll just say this, and I'll leave it at this. When your worst movie is The Dark Knight Rises, and that's still a pretty good movie, I mean, you're a pretty good filmmaker.
Yeah, the movie hurts
Pretty good
to
is a
watch
strong
anymore.
word.
I can't go. I like just the Nolan
I mean, like I said, if your worst movie is The Dark Knight Rises, which is a pretty good movie compared to a lot of what else comes out.
What would we call that now? If we were going to qualify eras of Batman films, and the current one is the Batman Epic Crime Saga, what would we call the Nolan trilogy? Would it be the Batman Epic espionage story?
Trilogy.
That's still a ridiculous
I know,
name.
I'm being
Epic
facetious.
Crime Saga, whatever
I have no
that
idea
is.
what to call it.
I would call it uber realism Batman world universe.
But it wasn't. It was still like you can't have a Batman universe or whatever without having some hyper reality to it. But the thing is that Batman, and especially with Reeves, Batman should remain the most fantastical element of that universe. He shouldn't be his crazy shouldn't be outshined by somebody who wears a flashier costume than him.
This
Right.
is why we need Brad the Bow, because we still have that mindset. Like, I'm so tired of it. I'm so tired of it. Have you seen his rogues gallery? It is all supernatural and crazy stuff.
But DL,
But Batman is a lot crazier than his rogues gallery.
But DL, how would you
should be,
respond by saying that audience won't respond to the fantastical elements?
They will when he's like.
And you know what makes Batman even cooler?
Around with a giant crocodile man, or trying to stop a dude who's got a ventriloquist dummy who will shoot you with a Tommy gun.
Yes, I want that stuff.
That's what I'm saying. I think people would be down for that because it's been a while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be down for anything. I think
I mean, it's a perpetual fear to embrace campiness in live action superhero movies. I think that is the biggest issue with
Marvel
that.
I don't think it's exactly
I think particularly
campy.
when it comes to Batman, I think there's a fear of if we make it too silly, then no one can take the character take the character seriously.
Well, I think
that's their fear. Like, how do you strike that balance? Which I don't think should be that difficult to do because the animated series did that perfectly, where it still struck the balance between serious and fantastical. But
so this is just completely anecdotal, right? But the 18th most watched television, non-cable and streaming television channel is called MeTV. And MeTV specializes in just old shit like MASH.
Old movies and reruns. Yeah.
You know, they have Svengoolie, which I never miss because he's the man.
And they show the old Batman show on there, don't they?
Every Saturday night. And it doesn't matter, like they switch up their programming, right? Like TV stations used to do, where like in the summer a set of shows would be on, and then come fall from like August or September to January, there'd be like Gilligan's Island's not going to be on like in the summertime. Gilligan's Island's going to be on in the wintertime, right? Like that. But Batman never moves. Ever. I don't know what the numbers are like, but the fact that show and like all of MeTV's history of having it has never left or moved from its spot says a lot, you know? When they rotate everything in and out, when there's a rotation of everything, this one show and maybe Star Trek don't ever move. You know, I think it says something when you're literally in the top 20 of all non-cable or streaming, which you're like, who watches that? Yeah, there's a lot of people that still just watch their antenna TV, man. That still just have people like my dad that still just rely on an over-the-air antenna, right?
Yeah, a lot of people do.
And there's no shortage of shit to watch, especially for an old man like him. You know, 4 hours of the Lone Ranger, sign me up. You know,
you know how you watch something on Peacock and it just continues to play something else after it finishes?
Yeah.
So I watched my Days of Our Lives on Peacock. No shame. And the Waltons came on right after it. And I sat there and watched like 5 episodes. It was so good. I had never seen the Waltons.
It happens. That's how I got rope-a-doped into falling in love with the Cosby Show again, was through Different Strokes. They show like 2 hours of Different Strokes, and then bam, here's 2 hours of Cosby. And I'm like, I can't do it. Like, I'm doing it. I'm doing it.
Moving on. We got what we got? We got Aang the Last Airbender set to release in theaters in January of 2026.
Yes,
finally
working on the film. Yes.
Oh wait, hold on. The people, no way. The people that did Rise of the TMNT, no fucking way, man. Good. If you've seen a clip of Rise of the TMNT, the action scenes, how is this even a TV show? Holy crap! Oh my god!
I've watched Rise of the TMNT, even though I'm not.
I've never seen it. Was it good?
I didn't love it, but I will say the animation is really cool. So I'm interested to see how they're going to do it with Avatar: The Last Airbender. I'm sure the animation will look really good.
Especially like these are TV shows. If you like these, what you see on that picture there, the other one is called the Lego the Monkey Kid. The
What?
monkey.
What?
Yeah, it's based off of the Chinese mythology stuff.
Yeah,
I've seen clips of the animation. It does look gorgeous.
Yeah,
so.
the animation, particularly the action scenes, are stellar. But these are TV shows. Imagine what you could do with a movie with a bigger budget.
So this movie
I'm
is
not ready,
Aang
man.
actually grown up.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's them as
yeah.
adults. Yeah, it's a story set after the original show, but before Korra.
Good.
And apparently, so Avatar Studios is working on multiple different projects. The first thing that they're doing is this animated Avatar Aang movie. Then they're doing an Earthbender series set after Korra, so the next
Ooh.
Avatar. Then they're also doing 2 other movies. I think one's a Zuko movie and one's an Avatar Kyoshi movie. So they're busy. They're working on like a bunch.
I think one of them was a Korra movie as well. If I'm not mistaken.
Nobody wants to see a horror movie.
I want to see it. I want to see it.
I'll see
course not.
anything for Last Airbender. I'll see anything Avatar. This Avatar, not the blue Smurf shit.
Yes. Wait, we don't need dances with space smurfs. No.
I will take more of that. I will take.
I mean, I like Avatar, but
No, I'm sorry.
I like it better.
Avatar or whatever it was called, Way of the Water.
The Way of Water.
Oh my!
Yeah, like that. I need more Avatar. That too.
Yes.
Don't get me started. The fact that these titles are so close to this Avatar, like the Way of the Water, the Fire and Ash, and like what's next? Is this one going to be like the Earth Shatters or something? I'm done. I'm done.
Shattered.
Like James Cameron's like, I don't give a crap about your airbender.
All
Yeah,
right,
we got
moving
one better.
on. That's what we got here. James Mango said Swamp Thing film will be standalone gothic horror film. While I'm sure DC views Swamp Thing as a franchise, I will be viewing it as a very simple, clean gothic horror movie about this man monster. Just doing my own thing with this, just a standalone.
But didn't James Gunn say that this was part of the DCU?
It can still be a standalone movie.
I said.
Elseworlds.
No, I
been
want
doing
Justice
that.
League Dark. I want.
He's been doing that for the past year and a half.
But that's the beautiful thing, though, right? James Mangold can do his origin movie for Swamp Thing or tell his Swamp Thing story. Then, if they have an idea, another filmmaker could be like, "Hey, that character, let's pluck him and do a Justice League Dark movie." Doesn't have to be James Mangold who like sets it up or like it up for somebody else.
Fair enough.
I mean,
It's a DCU movie.
Yeah, like in terms of it's a DCU movie, it doesn't have to be like you don't have to mention Superman or Batman. Maybe it's just
There's an Anton Arcane reference in Superman, and Anton Arcane is Alec Holland's arch nemesis. This script started out as a Frankenstein script that he sold to Warner Brothers, and then it was transposed into a Swamp Thing script, and it sat around forever. It was in that pile of scripts that James Gunn talks about how they picked that initial first salvo. Well, we had a pile of scripts that had kind of just been languishing, and we went through them, and this was the one that stood out. So it will be tied in, but it won't. I think all of these are kind of being engineered to stand on their own without any over reliance on what came before or not hamstrung by what's coming after. So, yeah.
Well, that's completely fine too, and I'm not expecting a bunch of references to the outside DCU, but it's like I just hope he still will be implemented into the DCU, even if it'll be a standalone story, because I do want that possibility of if they wanted to do a Justice League Dark in the future, they could use him. But
remember, he's a plant who thinks he's a man, not a man who became a plant.
Yep. And finally, what do we have? Finally, this came up today while I was doing my slides. Timothy Chalamet said he would be interested in doing a Nightwing film on the same caliber as the Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight trilogy.
So real quick before anyone loses their minds.
Woo!
One, I wouldn't be opposed to this.
I would.
Two, he did say that Leonardo DiCaprio sat him down and gave him advice and said, do not do comic book movies under any circumstance. So I don't know, because he said he took his advice and he was not going to do movies like this, though.
He's going to go. He's going. So he's going to be hosting SNL, right? And he's not only hosting; he's also the musical guest.
Yes.
And he's going on the road.
He's going to be when he's on SNL. He's really funny.
But he's going to be taking his Dylan show on the road.
Oh wow!
And that'll probably be pretty huge.
I will say this: when I saw this about him wanting to be Nightwing, I was like, "No, he can never be Nightwing. No, 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 no."
I think he might be too young. I think might be too young.
wait, how old is he?
29.
He's 29.
Yeah.
I was looking at.
So he's the perfect
Like,
age.
how many babies does he eat every day?
What?
Dude, probably by the time they get to Brave in the Boat, he's going to be in his like early mid-30s.
I'm
Yeah, so
surprised
he'd
he
be in the
hasn't.
perfect age range then.
I'm
Yeah.
surprised he hasn't
Yeah.
crashed and burned because he's dating a Kardashian.
Give it time.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, give it time. On a long enough timeline, doesn't every like major like elite star of sports, rap or anything, like any kind of if you're the top of any kind of career of note, well, you'll have notoriety and celebrity. Don't they eventually hit you? One of them isn't how that works.
I'm starting to become more of a believer of Timothy after Dune. You know, he's really impressed me with, especially in part 2. He showed me range that I haven't seen from him before, and even I liked him in Wonka. Now, I have a question for you, Bruce, specifically, because you said you really want to see Dick Grayson become Batman in the DCU.
Yeah.
Do you see? Yes. Do you see Timothy Chalamet as Dick Grayson take up the mantle of Batman?
He looks like he gets beat up by the villains of Gotham.
Yeah, he looks like that. He looks like, as I was going to say, is this the series finale of Gotham?
Oh my!
Oh my God!
I never watched Gotham. You know why?
You should.
I knew how it was going to end.
Wow.
Wow.
You know what? Screw Timothy. Get that guy to play Batman.
No, I will say this about Gotham. It actually made me love a lot more villains than it turned me onto a lot more villains than I was originally into. Like for me, the big surprise, I was not a fan of Victor Zsasz before Gotham. And Anthony Carrigan, he does that so well.
Yeah, he was really well.
He was just lovable as Zsasz. And they
Lovable.
by far did my favorite version of the Riddler. That's not easy to say. Because I'm very judgy when it comes to the Riddler.
I remember when Zsasz was a detective and thinking, man, this is kind of extreme for a Batman comic. But I mean, they actually went there with that shit. It was, I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was cool, but
yeah, I'm gonna say that face in Gotham, no. He would get beat up by the kids.
My favorite Batman artist ever co-created Zaz, so I kind of have a special place in my. I just looked up, and there's the Victor Zaz action figure that's based on Norm Brayfogel's art. Beautiful. So I'm a simp like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So he is not playing Nightwing because Nightwing has to be Batman. Dick has to be Batman and Brave and the Bold.
I'm telling you, that's
Still
not
saying
happening. That's not
It's
happening in that
happening.
movie. It could happen
Batman
later
is
down the line, but
dead.
not in Brave and the Bold.
Dead.
No, they're not
People
doing
don't
that.
care who's in the suit. As long
Yes,
as it's
they
Batman.
do. Yes, they do.
I don't think so.
Again, my conspiracy theory is that if Brave and the Bold does happen, which who knows, I think it will, I think it'll be James Gunn writing and directing it. That's my conspiracy theory.
I already figured that's the way it was going to happen.
Yeah.
Or my pie in the sky dream is that it's Sam Raimi. I'd love to Sam Raimi.
You want Sam Raimi to do a Batman show?
I would love a Sam Raimi Batman movie. I would love
Sam
Sam
Raimi would do Batman very well because he's very big on the whole duality sense. Like the duality when it comes to his characters. That's one of his telltale storylines.
I didn't like the
very
Doctor Strange.
But that was like Sam Raimi with like a collar on him.
What about Darkman? What about Darkman? Let's a little more of that, right?
He made Darkman because they wouldn't let him make the Shadow.
Mm-hmm.
I like the Shadow.
I was gonna say maybe get Sam Raimi for Dark, Justice League Dark. I would love for him to do that.
I would love Sam Raimi would do anything with DC.
Well, he's a Batman fan. Well, I mean, like, I guess in the broadest sense, I don't know his level of fandom, but I know he has an appreciation for Batman.
I mean, he also loves the Wizard of Oz, and we saw what he did with that.
Get Baz Luhrmann to do it.
Nothing wrong with that.
I don't know. I think
not Baz Luhrmann, please. No,
I mean, I gotta leave Drew Goddard's name before you go to the next topic. Drew Goddard.
Eggers doing a Batman movie?
No, Drew Goddard, who's currently in making the Matrix, the new Matrix.
Yeah. We still don't know what Drew Goddard's doing for DC either, because he was in that writer's room. He was part of that initial creative group. So he's doing something for DC. We just don't know what it is yet.
And Raimi, I know Raimi had meetings about Batman. So like previous administrations, he had meetings about Batman.
Well, I'd be open to it. I'll be open.
Because there's 3 people I think at least 2 people we don't know what they're working on. And that's Drew Goddard and Christina Hodson. They were both part of that creative initial writer's room. Don't know what they were working on.
I don't know why I think Anton Fuqua would do a Batman movie.
Anton Fuqua, man. Come on.
That would be crazy, though. You've seen his Equalizer movies, right?
Yes, I've seen his Equalizer movies, and I'm hoping he does good with the Michael Jackson biopic too. But like, I don't know. See,
I'm just thinking like good, like well-respected names, but like you don't really see him do a Batman movie.
Mega, they're working. He's working. He's making 2 finished filming last year,
roughly.
Think so.
Yeah. So I think he's doing post editing.
Yeah, right. Like before the holidays, right before things. I want to say October, November.
Christopher McQuarrie.
Wasn't he originally trying to do Superman?
Yeah, I did hear about that one.
We don't talk about that.
He pitched his Green Lantern treatment when him and Cruz pitched it. I don't know when that was. A long time ago. Is a fucking banger.
I would have loved to see that.
I think it's.
Have you guys watched Silo?
No.
On Apple TV?
No, I need to.
I don't have.
I've heard fantastic things.
So good, and I just finished the first book. And the
Really?
book is so much better than the TV show. So much has changed for the TV show.
That's
The TV
always
show
the
is
case,
excellent.
man. Books are always better. It's just unavoidable.
The,
You're
o-
just
the only
never
time
gonna.
I actually preferred the movie over the book was Man in the Iron Mask.
Really?
Yes. And that is largely because of how they. I really preferred how how the movie handled the characters versus what happened to the characters in the book. Because I am a huge fan of Porthos, and they did my boy dirty.
See, that's something I'd like to see all that. Like somebody do that universe. You know,
Mm.
it's been kind of been done before, but can't have all those same actors carry over. You know,
I mean, hey, they're bringing back Narnia. Anything's possible.
And it's going to have a limited release in theaters.
So
Yeah.
they gave them a 4-week window, but they're saying it's only going to run for 2 weeks. Why would they give them a 4-week window? Why would you say that the movie's going to play for 4 weeks, right? But 2 of those weeks we will be streaming as well. Right?
What's funny is that Greta Gerwig wanted a theatrical release, but you could have said that while you already signed on to do a movie for Netflix.
Yeah, while you're negotiating.
Yeah, I mean, if I was her doing the negotiation, I would say only a full theatrical release.
You think that she didn't?
But then why is she acting surprised when she said when they were when Netflix was like, yeah, we don't want to do this as a theatrical release? Why was she surprised about that? Was that something that they talked about?
I don't know. Was she surprised? Did she? I didn't.
I mean, she sounded upset. So I'm like, why did you not talk about this initially?
I mean, she kind of knows the deal,
Netflix,
right? I mean,
right?
I think going into making a film or a series of films for Netflix, you know that's the case, right?
Yeah, sure.
So they would have Ryan Johnson you real quick. It's like, we'll give you 3 days and then you're out.
I would be surprised too, regardless. If I were her and I went in there and said, I want a theatrical, I want 3,600 screens, I want guarantee me 2 weeks of all premium format screens.
Give me a month, gosh darn it.
She got it. So it's going to play in Dolby Cinemas, it's going to play in IMAX, it's going to play in all your silly little proprietary theater, your whatever, this and that. Regal has this, and Cinemark has that, and AMC has this, all that bullshit, right? And it will play, if that movie continues to make money while it's still streaming, it will play longer than 4 weeks.
Let's hope so, because Netflix really needs to change their model. It's not like what they're doing right now. It's not working for them. They're starting to put their foot in the water a little bit. They're testing the waters, but it's like,
and a lot of it might have, a lot of it might have to do with that Ryan Johnson already had a deal like that for Knives Out 3, and
exactly, everyone went out to see that, and like if they just let the window be open a little bit longer, it would have been even more successful. And then it ended up being more.
I'm talking about the next one. He already had, like, Knives Out 3 was going to get a wide theatrical release, an extended, what in Netflix terms, an extended wide theatrical release beyond the 2 theaters that they own and the other 2 they have licensing agreements with. And yeah. So, yeah.
We'll see. And
the real question is there going to be a popcorn bucket Jedi can have sex with?
There's a popcorn bucket for every movie that you can have sex with.
Make a Starlight Pig popcorn bucket. There you go.
And finally, I want to bring this up. I saw this earlier. For all you video game people.
Oh, I know. I know what this is. I know what this is. Oh, never mind.
Spider-Man Wolverine World Collide. I would love to see this, They're in the sense they owned by Sony. Come on, Sony. Let's
Why
get
not?
this
Doesn't-
going.
First of
Man,
all,
I
Doesn't that
guess.
Wolverine game have to come out first?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess.
Did anybody ever play that playable build that leaked?
No.
I mean, it was barely playable, but
I mean,
yeah.
I'm sure it'll be interesting. I guess. Weirder
just-
things have
I mean,
happened, like
we know-
Captain America Black Panther one.
Oh, I don't know what that is.
We know that.
Oh,
I mean,
that
we know
Captain
these
America
Telltale
Black
characters
game?
Panther was no.
right? We know
It,
that.
it,
we
it
know
would
that-
really depend upon which developers are working on it, whether it's the Western devs or the Eastern devs. Because let's face it, the Eastern devs are the ones that are killing it at this point. I mean, they're the ones that worked on Marvel Rivals, and that is the night and day difference between that and the previous Marvel game is it's you. I've lost my complete train of thought here.
It's so bad. He couldn't even finish.
Yeah,
Bring back
honestly,
Joseph
yes.
Gordon-Levitt. We're back.
Please stop with that. Please stop with that. We
Man,
know.
hasn't JGL kind of fallen off, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
I
everywhere
don't-
for a while.
Yeah, for like 25
Yeah,
years, man.
and
He
then
was the
and then
kid
he,
on,
and then he
Third
tried being
Rock.
Bruce Willis, and that was like the last movie we saw him in.
Was that after Dark Knight Rises?
He
Yes.
was in that.
Okay.
Was it the
Looper.
Uber? The show about
Looper.
the
Yeah,
Uber guys. Was it Uber? The Uber documentary, or not documentary, but the series about Uber. He played the head Uber guy.
You see, everyone's talking about Joseph Gordon-Levitt. What happened to French Stewart?
Ooh.
I want French Stewart back. Damn it!
Oh, I'm sure he's still like. I'm gonna look him up now.
French store. That's a name I haven't heard in a while. God.
There is very few people I have seen that have been able to pull off the Busker Keaton style movement and acting like French Stewart. Bring him back, damn it!
Yeah, it's on Netflix. It was Super Pumped, the battle for Uber. Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Kyle Chandler, and Uma Thurman. John Lovitz. Ah, yeah, that's the ticket. Acting.
John Lovitz.
No,
Who's that? Let me see. John.
But
Mom and Dad saved the
anybody
world.
have anything else they want
Oh my
to bring up
God.
and talk about?
no.
Mom and Dad Saved the World is an incredibly underrated science fiction comedy.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So, what do you feel, Brucifer? I got a question. Here's one more thing.
Yes.
What do you feel about the gaming industry pushing for GTA 6 to be priced at $100?
Hey, didn't somebody tell me I was out of? No, that was on one of Aaron's streams. I said this game's going to be $100. The standard edition of GTA 6 will be $100 at launch.
It's GTA 6. People want to buy it regardless.
I mean,
Yeah,
that,
they can get it.
okay, yeah,
75
that could work. That could work for that game, but not any other game.
But see, that's the thing that every other
will.
game will be $100 after that.
Mhm.
It doesn't matter.
Yep.
Once that
Yeah, and
once
it's
that
not
cherry's
gonna do
been popped, man,
Yeah,
you
but
ain't stopping her.
Listen,
Because-
let's not forget that Nintendo 64 games was $75 to $80 back in the day. And the
Yeah,
Switch 2
I-
games are going to be $80 when they come out.
I think it'd be a huge mistake if they were to make,
I was told
make
I was out of touch.
any game for $100 is ridiculous.
It's
That-
just
You're
too
out
much.
of touch for thinking the base price for a standard edition for a game, a AAA game. Am I out of touch? Am I out of touch for thinking
No,
the
you're
Switch
not.
2 is going to be $500 to $600?
Remember when games used to be
And that
around
is
$40, $50?
Yep.
That's pre-tariffs.
Yeah, that's what I said. Post tariffs, $750, easy.
Speaking of that, I'm just one thing. If you're from Cuba, Nicaragua, Venezuela, and Haiti, your free admittance to this country is rescinded as of now.
Really?
No more free admittance. What do they call it? Crap. I forgot what it's called.
They also if you guys are
they're allowed to parole
for
program
anybody.
where they're temporarily allowed to be here legally.
Yeah,
that is
yeah, no,
gone. It was
over.
rescinded, signed out of existence.
I'm giving it 10 to 12 days before we have a constitutional crisis.
We already have one.
No, I mean like a legitimate, a real one, like textbook. Because if anybody knows anybody, loves anybody, cares for anybody who benefited from cheaper prescription drugs, they also
that's gone.
took that away. So kiss your $35 insulin goodbye.
Yep.
That's not that. This isn't political. This is life and death.
So, just wanted to get that out there. Anything else before we move on? Before we go, or that it?
Yeah, that's it.
So, thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, DL, Blue J, RJ, Mama Bear, Degrassi, Chris, Matt for hanging out. And I will be back maybe tomorrow with Max if he gets up, because he's still driving around Pittsburgh at this hour right now.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, he's still up. And if not, my next show probably will be Sunday, because I don't know if I'm streaming, because Max will be here in New York for 3 days.
No
You
Friday.
guys aren't going to do a stream together, face to face, mano y mano.
That's kind of gay.
No, not
just
okay. So,
Bruce and Max are going to share beds for real?
All right. Well, what are you proposing,
Well,
here, Bruce? What are you talking? I'm talking about like for like one night only. Mad Max the Mandalorian, and then you get a mask, and you become Max Detractor.
I do have my wolf mask somewhere.
Max Detractor, the Mad Wolf, Max
Wolf.
Detractor.
Oh gosh.
If you don't do it, I will.
Is there no qualified this week?
I don't think I'm. Yeah, it's qualified. It'll be streaming on my channel, but most likely I won't be there.
Oh no.
Oh no. They're gonna do a good show. It's MegaCon comic exclusives that are coming out that they overcharge people for, that are worth nothing the day after the con.
This weekend or next weekend?
When is MegaCon? It has to be within a week or two.
Yeah, it's what?
When is MegaCon?
20 something, 30 something, right?
In 16 days. 2 weeks.
So we're into February, huh?
Yeah.
Insanity.
The first week of February. So by the time the show airs Friday, it'll be 2 weeks to the day for MegaCon.
And so they do like most cons now, it's all pre-order stuff, huh?
Be careful.
Like you can pre-order exclusives ahead of time.
Yeah. Most of them have them pre-ordered for a certain amount pre-order on their websites, and then save the rest for MegaCon. And what doesn't sell at MegaCon, they'll just sell it on eBay.
I see.
Yeah.
MegaCon still sounds like a transformer to me.
Yeah,
it is.
I don't know how it isn't now, but it used to be a wild show. I mean, you think that cons are just, like smelly nerds and stuff, and that's true. That's 100% true. But man,
it's funny. All my friends that have gone to big cons last year, like the majority of them came back sick with something.
Well, yeah. There's always this con crud. There's your typical con crud, and that's only gotten worse.
Because I was in Baltimore Comic-Con last year, and the amount of people that didn't wash their hands coming out that bathroom was disgusting.
Oh yeah. You can't rely on other people.
So
you can't
take anybody's hands at cons.
Oh yeah, no. So in Chicago, for years, decades even, if you stayed at the Hyatt Regency O'Hare, where the convention center was, there's a sky bridge that connects the Hyatt Regency O'Hare to the Donald E. Stevens Convention Center. So you come off, and that's where everybody wants to stay at the hotel that's connected to the convention center because that's where everybody cool staying, right? But when you would come off the Hyatt Regency O'Hare staircase onto the convention floor after you got your ID badge checked, there was a giant booth. And when I say giant booth, I mean a booth that took up the space of 4 to 6 regular sized booths, right?
Yeah.
All adult material, magazines, videotapes, and when DVDs came along, DVDs. I mean, I go all the way back to the days of when it was just all magazines.
You don't
Super 8.
see a lot of adult material anymore at cons.
Really? Yeah, I haven't. My last show was. It's been like my last official one was 2010 sometime.
You got more people selling swords and pops at cons than anything else.
That's crazy. The dealer rooms used to be lit, man. I don't know how it is today.
Yeah. All right.
But this was when you used to be able to go to. This is when you used to be able to go to a con, and each publisher had a huge, elaborate multimedia setup where all of their top writers and artists would just be there signing all day.
Well, it's too expensive for them to rent spaces now. It's insane now.
Yeah. And
So,
I know those.
thank you,
days.
everyone, for showing up. Please hit that like button. Please subscribe. DL, Blue Jay, RJ, Mama Bear, you got any thing coming up in the next week you want to promote?
Nothing planned.
I'm starting now to get into getting back into the groove of things. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but yeah, just dealing with a lot as far as planning wedding and moving into a new house. So I'm gonna start to now upload a little more often and
you could do more live videos.
Live streams. I'm trying to think which what will be my next live. Maybe I'll do one for Creature Commandos. Definitely would do one for Captain America: Brave New World when it comes out. Trying to think of a couple other reviews that I haven't even got to yet. Like
you could do a whole live stream on all the clips Blue Jay has done and do a show. Max takes another L for 2024.
I'm contemplating doing reactions to Max's takes. Sure.
I only did the one clip for Joker, but I did have another clip. It's a funny one, but I'll send it to you guys later on. I'm gonna do the edit. Oh man, it's funny. But thanks for reminding me.
If you're watching on the rewind, please subscribe, leave a like, and leave a comment. And have a good night. Take care. See you later.